And I think we're live. We're live. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the crossing guards and the school teachers, law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel, military personnel. Whatever your job description is, shout out to you. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. You're a good person. Shout out to you. Here we are on this beautiful Wednesday morning. Today is the 8th of October, 2025, and we're happy to be here. Yes, right on task. I really wasn't going to do a live this morning, but so much has happened, especially one particular event that took place between last night and this morning, or yesterday and today. I felt like I couldn't let it slide before saying something about it. So here we are, another morning here together to start out another day. Shout out to those in the chat. Shout out to those outside the chat. Big up Nans, first one in this morning. Nans, thank you for being here. S Diva, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Rizabella is in the house with us as well. Says good morning, SouFlo and family. It's a rainy morning here in New York. How is it there where y'all are at? It's kind of gloomy here in Florida, but we will probably be going up into the 80s to 90s later on. Our weather, we have summer weather for winter. Most of our winter anyways. And it's not even winter yet. So we good. We've been getting a lot of rain though. It's been raining every single day for the past 2 weeks. So we're in our rainy season. Angel V, thank you for being here. Angel V, so I'm soon come back. Let me see. So we're sending, okay, everybody is sending Rizabella some warm vibrations, warm weather and all this stuff. All right, we're sending you some too from Florida. Nisha, thank you for being here. Simon G is in the building with us this morning as well. Big up yourself. Jay Robinson is here. Bees Boys in the building. Miss Goldie Robinson is here. Miss Goldie Robinson, big up yourself. Mervyn the Point, Jamaica Kerr is in the building. Thank you for being here. Julie Tapper. Patricia Jackson is here as well. Lovely Aneka. Lovely Aneka is in the building this morning with us. She must get a day off or something. Sharon Spence is here as well. Ferron, Seben TV, Stoladan, Senior Sexy, PG, Jazzy Lady. Lovely Aneka is in the building with us. For those of you who don't know her, you've never subscribed to her channel before, just go over to Lovely Aneka. She's in the chat. So you just click on her name and it's going to take you to her channel. And then you just hit the subscribe button and then you just come back over here. You can even do it right now. Here we are. Happy to be here with a lot of sad news and bad news and, you know, a lot to discuss, a lot to talk about this morning. I didn't want to bring the doom and the gloom, but such is life, you know. Shout out to Mistress B Talks Health and Wellness with the Twist, and Wayne Nathan just entered the chat. That's life. Life comes with the good and the bad, right? So sometimes we're funny and sometimes we're happy and sometimes it's a sad moment. There's a story that broke out of Jamaica yesterday. I don't know if y'all are aware of this story. First of all, let me say the shootings have turned up, like significantly up. I don't know what's up with Jamaica and all these mass shootings all of a sudden. You know, right when I was reporting that 5 people were shot, I saw another one that says 5 more were shot. Then another one that says 3 more were shot. Then another one that says 4 were shot. And I'm like, damn. Is somebody like doing this on purpose? Was this planned? But we're going to get into all that later. Right now, there is a story trending out of Jamaica that bothers me, because this comes from my area directly, like the church that my grandmother got buried in, like not buried in the church, but her service was kept in this church. That church is located right in this area. So this is, I'm yard gate this, and this is a weird situation. So I saw a picture and a missing person alert for a young girl But I saw at the same time I saw the missing person alert for the 29-year-old out of Westmoreland. And yeah, to be honest with you, I said the same thing for her. I actually saw the 29-year-old one first, and I said, she probably gone a man yard. And I scrolled like this, and I saw the next one, which was for this young girl, Shantina Sargent, 13 years old. And I said, them little bad picnic, she probably gone a man yard too. And I swiped it. The reason why I keep saying probably gone a man yard, because a lot of them, when they go missing, them did their man yard. And when they return, law enforcement and media personnel don't ever tell us like where they were. Them just tell us that they were returned or they were found safe. And some people are like, you don't have any business to know where they were. Just thank God so them get found alive. So I don't know if it bothered me that I invest all this emotion into, oh God, I hope the picnic all right. I'm sending out prayers. Let me see if I could use my platform and try to, open some people's eyes. Have you seen this person? And then gonna find them. And then when they find them, they're like, they're good. Them all right. Them back home. No, I want a backstory. Where did you find them at? Where were they? Kind of thing. So I guess I was in that mind frame when I saw the picture and I was like, she's probably gone a man yard. Scroll, probably gone a man yard. Scroll one, next one. Scroll. Well, the Shantina Sargent story turns out pretty badly. And if Shantina's father has a brother by the name of Philip Sargent, then this is people that I actually really, really know. But I'm hoping it's not them. But what are the odds? Because ain't no other Sargent around that area there except for that family. Anyhow, starts out like this, right? Christiana, Manchester. Up to press time on Tuesday, the police were still trying to locate the father of this 13-year-old Shantina Sargent, whose charred and decomposed body was found under a zinc beside a burnt-out refrigerator in Baillieston, Clarendon. He is 46-year-old Oliver Sargent, otherwise called Marcus. He's a farmer of the Riverside Drive area. Head of the Manchester Police Superintendent Kerry Duncan disclosed near midday on Tuesday that investigators believed that the elder Sargent can assist them in an investigation into his daughter's death. We have also activated our special units in the space to try and locate Mr. Sargent, who, as I said, we believe can assist in the investigation we have that's ongoing. He then outlined a sequence of events which led the police to the child's family home in Baillieston, Clarendon, which falls under the jurisdiction of the Manchester Police. Remember, I'm telling us, my people, we come from borderline Manchester, Clarendon. So if we walk one way this way, by the time you go church, you're church in Manchester. By the time you step over here, so you're back in a Clarendon kind of thing. On Friday, a missing person report was received at the Christiana Police Station in respect of one Shantina Sargent, a 13-year-old student of the Christiana High School. For those of you who saw the video that I put up when I came back from Jamaica and I was telling you about the guy with the green eyes, that I said he must have been a deportee because he has mastered every accent. If he speaks to you as if he just got off the plane from the UK, you would think he was Jamaican but raised in the UK. It was that strong. And then if he spoke to you in an American accent, you think he was Jamaican but raised in America because it was that strong. We had an interesting conversation. Have you ever left Jamaica before? No, man. I think them deport you because there's no way you mastered all these accents. Well, in having that conversation, in the video where I want to see me stop and go outside and stand up at the fruit stand, I had him peel some sugar cane for me. I had him bag up some fruits for me, peel pineapple and them, something there, because we were on a road trip. That was right by Christiana School Gate. That's the same school that this young lady attended. right? So on Friday, the missing person report was received at the Christiana police station in respect of Shantina Sargent, a 13-year-old student of the Christiana High School. Shantina was last seen on Wednesday of last week. And part of our investigations, the detectives in that space visited her home where the charred remains of the body, believed to be that of her, was found in a burnt out refrigerator. So, when the news media house visited Christiana High School shortly after midday on Tuesday, it was a somber mood at the two-shift institution. Principal Lysant Wallace said that Shantina was enrolled on the afternoon shift, but she attended classes irregularly for the past week. Sometimes she would be there, sometimes she wouldn't be there, sometimes she late, sometimes she on time. Principal Lysant said, last week Shantina turned up on Monday, and she did not come on Tuesday. She came back on Wednesday, and thereafter we didn't see her again until Monday when we heard of a tragic loss. We were told that the father turned up at the Christiana police station on Friday and reported his daughter missing. And so when we got the call from the Christiana police, we went through our registrar and we recognized that she did not turn up to school Thursday prior to the Friday as well. The principal told journalists that when checks were made as to why Shantina did not turn up for school, for classes, my information is that when we inquired about her whereabouts on Thursday, it is alleged that the father indicated that she was feeling ill on Thursday and she was not feeling well again. And he would have known about her whereabouts then, if that's the case. It came as a surprise to us on Monday when we did not hear from her or see her, only to later hear of her demise in such a tragic way. So when asked about the school records to monitor students' attendance, Wallace said guidance counselors reached out to check on students who are missing from school. That's the guidance counselor's job. That's what they do. Our guidance and counseling unit is notified as soon as the students are absent on our registrar for perhaps a week or so. You see how long it takes them to be notified or to be concerned that a student is missing? Our guidance and counseling unit are notified as soon as a student is absent from our registrar for perhaps a week or so. This is one of the things that I told y'all, and everybody who have children here that go to school here, you probably get the same thing that I do, right? If my child goes to school and the child has 6 periods for the day, if my child goes to period 1, 2, 3, skip period 4 and go 5 and 6, I get a phone call at home that says your son Nkosi was not in 4th period today, or he missed one of 6 periods, absent from period 4. Please contact blah, blah, blah. So then I can say, Kosi, what happened to period 4? How come you were missing from your 4th period class? That's just missing 1 out of 6 periods. So if they're missing the day in school, as soon as morning registration is taken, absent, oh, he's not here, burp, I get a ring. Your child is missing school today. I think this should be in place in Jamaica in all schools. It's just a way to, I don't want to sound like we're beating up Jamaica all the time, because, but we're just suggesting things that we see happen overseas that's used, that's implemented, that could work. And not only could work, it's actually really needed. She was missing for a whole week from school before they realized she was gone. And now they're saying it in the paper. This is the school principal saying that our guidance and counseling unit is notified as soon as students are absent on our registrar for perhaps a week or so. What? We notify the guidance counselors and they do go out and they do their home visits to ensure that everything is okay with the student, usually. It is really a sad day. We are still a shift school. For those of y'all who don't know what shift school means, it means you have morning shift, you have evening shift. Some kids go to school early in the morning, get off by midday, sometime like that, and then you have another set that goes in later shift and get off later on in the evening. So it's a shift school. The student on the morning shift, we met with them already. We saw where our students are not coping well with this, but we have our guidance counselors on board. And we have teachers and the trauma unit from the Ministry of Education, as well as members of the police, community, safety and security branch from Kingston and Manchester. They have turned up to support us, and we see where we are getting support from for the students. Wallace, the principal, in an address to the students, declared that Shantina's death is a sudden and a tragic loss. She said Shantina joined our school community in January, transferring from Excelsior High School. Her presence, though short-lived, left an impact on those who crossed her path, and she was a grade 8 student. Shantina's passing is one that we have been taken back by, shocked and surprised in terms of the circumstances surrounding her death. When I heard of her passing, I visited the site where she resided in Belliston, and to see her lifeless body being taken away, it was very painful. It could have been any one of you speaking to the other students, the principal said. I am praying for comfort. I am praying for peace. I am praying for unity in this difficult time. If you have to cry, that's okay. But we know that Shantina is gone to a better place, and we will take solace from that, she said. I'm not gonna knock anybody's religion, because these are one of the situations where, you know, if you're not going to help somebody through their grief, I don't think you should jump in there and say, she not gonna no better place. I dead, she dead. She gone at the morgue. Then them a go bury her in the ground. That's not a better place. A life is lost. I mean, that's the reality, and that's me being too real for most people. So, in an effort to not stir the antsness and hurt some feelings any further, I would advise others to just let that slide when you hear it now, right? Yeah, she's telling the students that she's gone to a better place now and all these things. Anita Bailey, the Community Relations Education Officer at the Ministry of Education Region 5, said that trauma teams are dispatched to offer grief counseling at the school. We're very saddened, and we're certainly do not condone any acts of violence towards any Jamaican, and certainly not against our children. The ministry deployed a trauma response team supported by our regional guidance and counseling unit to provide psychological, social support for the children at the school, as well as the staff that are here today, Bailey said. She urged the parents and the guardians to be more vigilant in the wake of the number of children that are reported missing recently. There has been an uptick in the number of children that have gone missing in the Manchester, Clarendon area within the past month or couple of months. I heard a man talking about it yesterday, and he said, is everyone else not realizing that a lot of children have been going missing in the Manchester, Clarendon area for the past 2 months? And, you know, this morning, me and Shakira was talking, and we were like, she said, you know, we probably have a serial killer around the place. When I first saw this news break, I saw, let me be clear, don't bite my tongue. I saw dumb ass people leaving stupid ass comments about, oh, so where is JFJ, Jamaica for Justice? Why them not come protest now? It's only when police kill gunman them protest. Listen, we still want justice for Jamal Ferguson. That don't have nothing to do with this, right? And I had to ask the guy who said it. I said, did you bother to read the full headline, it says she was found at the back of her house in a burnt out refrigerator. This is not gunman problem. This is either a close family friend or a relative that did this. Well, I think it speaks to a large trend across the country in terms of what is happening with our children. We, as well, empathize with the family of Manchester High School, and we really support their efforts at locating Jayden Smith, which is another conversation we're going to have this morning because Jayden is still missing. And now this school is saying they sympathize with Jayden's school, which is another Manchester school student. Jayden is missing. Y'all remember when I said the last time before we ended that conversation, I said, you know, we're looking at the family because I find it weird that Jayden disappeared right after the youth femur broke. And we're looking at the family that they might be the perpetrators of his demise or the people who are responsible for him being missing. But at the same time, a series of events can happen. Like I explained to you how predators prey on children who are in need. It's like how pimps walk the streets looking for runaway girls or runaway children. Now that child is trying to escape trauma from home. So that child takes to the streets. But when that child takes to the streets, there's a predator out there who's saying, come here, I'll give you some place to stay. And they put you up for a couple of nights. And then next thing you know, the child has to perform acts. And then next thing you know, the child is being forced to walk the street under that person's, guidance is not the proper word. And now you're being pimped. You ran away from home, and now you're being human trafficked and pimped. You ran away from home, and now a predator caught you and pretended they were giving you some safety, some place to hide. And next thing you know, you're taken advantage of and you're disposed of, you know? So we started looking outside the box as well in the Jayden Smith situation, because that could very well be true. Even though later on, I'm going to say more, because I do believe a certain theory I have in mind concerning Jayden. And I think that that's what's happening. It's been 2 weeks now. It's been 2 weeks now. We can only imagine how difficult it is for his family and his school family in terms of the fact that he is missing and has been missing for 2 weeks. I believe it is important that as a country, we really try to be greater involved in what takes place with our children, especially as parents. It is very difficult for us to always be managing and supporting the children at all times, but we have to be vigilant in terms of what is happening to them. What are they being exposed to, particularly on social media? The ministry has systems in place to support parents through the National Parenting Support Commission. Funny. That's one of the things I've talked about here multiple times over the period of us being here. Even in recent times, I said if you have a child that has a smartphone, your child is exposed to things that you yourself as an adult probably not even exposed to. But here's the thing. For those of us who are grown, right, we grew up in a period where we didn't have cell phones and stuff. And then we saw cell phones come into play, and then we saw the advancement of technology. Our minds, by the time technology, cell phone got to where it became a smartphone, a computer in your hand, we were already grown enough to say, me not into this, and I'm not into that type of stuff and this type of stuff. Your children, however, them born come see this thing, and they have this whole computer in their hand, and their little curious minds are in it like, anything me think of, me can type it in and it will show me something? You mean anything? Let me see. Man on top of woman. Oh, thousands of pages. Anything me think of, me can type it in and it show me something? Let me see. And a lot of adults just leave them picnic with the cell phone thing, and there is no checks and balances. They don't go back and check every now and then. Give me your phone randomly. Open your phone. Not even open. Yeah, open your phone. Give me your phone. Go through it. Middle of the night, jump up out of your bed and just go grab your teenager phone. They're probably in their room with the phone. And when them hear you come, them throw it under them pillow or something. You know, I try to do these because I'm a parent myself, to enlighten other parents so they stay on top of their children in terms of what's going on and what they're being influenced with, by. The funny thing is, there are adults out here who are being influenced in that manner as well. Overconsumption of what I call evil material, which are, or not even the word evil, but overconsumption of certain types of material that corrupts their mind and their thought process, and then they want to act it out. She pointed to the recently rolled out rural school bus system as part of the efforts to protect the children. Here we go again. If you look back from 2017, 2018, we've been calling for the rural school bus system. This is the area where I come from. In order for me to walk from Wishpot, I grew up to used to go to Knox. I had to walk through Belliston every single day to go to school. So this is not somewhere that's like, oh, it's in Clarendon, but away up on the next side, or it's far. This is where I grew up at before I left Jamaica and still go to every time I'm in Jamaica, right? So when you hear me talk about rural school bus system, and I'm saying the rural school bus system still not reach the rurals yet, and trying to protect these students. You know, say if we did have the rural school bus system, maybe even the children who go to the same school that she does, by Monday morning, she didn't come to school. By Tuesday, then would have realized, well, you know, sister, she not up on the bus. By Wednesday, no man, she missed 3 days straight because all of we take the bus and we not see her. Somebody go check. Well, that still hasn't reached yet. So we rolled out our national school bus program, and there are some of the initiatives that we try to put in place to ensure the safety and security of our children as we leave school to try to get them home. It may not be a fix-all for everything, but in addition to that, these efforts can be bolstered when citizens everywhere see something and say something about what they have seen, right? Now, I don't know why I'm just big up the little girl picture. It won't be a fix-all. It may not fix everything, but it will give a more guarded environment for the children, and the children themselves can pay attention. Because what happens now is, right, you have kids wake up in these rural areas. And which part I come from? Let me tell you something, I come from in the bush. It is the bush, right? You have children wake up and one picnic gone on taxi early, the next one go and drive with somebody else, the next one, somebody give them a ride because them are going in that direction. The next one, Joe from up there, so we run taxi with Feme car, him drop, she gone out. So the kids are scattered and they don't necessarily have the same classes or the same nothing. So it's even easier for you to miss, like, your friend who live couple house down, so haven't seen her. Well, maybe she gone to school before me already. Well, maybe somebody gave her a ride already. If it's organized so that everybody gets together and get on the same bus, you could see how that would be helpful, right? Dorothy T says, could be. Manchester used to be relatively quiet. Manchester used to be relatively quiet. Clarendon used to be relatively quiet too, for the most part. We had like one troubled part in Clarendon, but the rest of Clarendon was a place where I would say nothing happens. Well, not till now. Now, there is more to this story, and a whole lot more. A whole lot more. Here's another one. A wicked act. The burnt out body, suspected to be that of missing 13-year-old, was found behind her home. Residents of the usually quiet community in Riverside Drive in Belliston, Clarendon, they are reeling from the shock and the grief after the burnt and partially decomposed body of the 13-year-old Shantina Sargent was discovered by the police behind her home on Monday evening. She was a student at Christiana High School. She was reported missing by her father. The funny thing is, she was reported missing by her 46-year-old Lawrence Marcus Sargent, her father. But no, he's on the run. Up to late yesterday evening, the police are still searching for the father, who they believe can help with what has now become a murder investigation. What a wicked act, Clevon Messam, a farmer from the community, said. From morning, I'll know me no move me cow. And not even me tea me no drink from morning, he said, expressing how distressing this news is. Messam described Shantina as a mannerable child. She now pass you and say hello. Said he was not aware that she was missing until the police discovered her body behind the house in which she lived with her father. He said that her father moved into the rural community about 3 years ago and mainly kept to himself. So that's not the people that I know then, because the sergeants that I know, they were there from before me born. But he might be related to them. Father said, the man said he moved into the community about 3 years ago and he mainly kept to himself. Shantina is a former student of Excelsior High and she went to go live with her father just this year. Last Wednesday, the last day Shantina was seen at school, community member Clifton Stedford recalled seeing her pass his house after her classes. He said that she paused for a moment, appearing as though she was hesitant or she was uncertain about going home. It looked like he said it looked like him have a mind for go. And like him want draw back. Look like he might know 100 figure. For those of y'all who don't know what that means, it means they usually say him, but they're talking about a female. It looked like you know want go. It looked like she didn't want to go home, he said. It looked like she wanted to go another way. And she stopped and she thought about it and she drew back and then she eventually went. Me go back in the house, I'm see him again. Means she was gone. I went back in my house and she was gone. On Friday, he said that he saw the father leaving the community with a refrigerator on his back. And he asked if he was moving out of the community. He was leaving the community with a refrigerator on his back. Wow. And I asked if he was moving. He said that the father, Lawrence, then told him that he was taking the fridge into town to have the fridge fixed, but said that he had not seen him since he saw him with the fridge on his back. Ross. Stedford said that the entire community was shocked when they learned that the teen was missing and later she was found dead. Him, this is what he said, him, which is Lawrence, the father, him daughter missing, and him come from Donya. How our neighbor no know? You know have no neighbor where you tell say your daughter missing? So me no know where him a play. Nobody in the community don't know nothing. What the neighbor was saying is your daughter is missing and you and his daughter been missing, because if given the time that he went to go report his daughter missing from the school, days had passed. Your daughter is missing and you haven't said anything to anybody in the community about your daughter being missing. That's what the neighbor is saying. That's weird. You don't have no neighbor around here where you can walk and go tell them, say, you see my daughter, you see Shantina, she missing, you know. I'm telling you, I know these areas personally. I grew up in these areas. You see them areas here, everybody knows everybody. So when strange faces come and move into the community, it's now that like I've been away for a while. Like when I go back to Jamaica now, I see like 1 and 2 strange faces around the place, but I have people that I can ask. Some of you gonna ask like, Auntie Bobs, who that? Who for people that? And she would say, oh, I saw we come from down where him name the yard man. I feel him son that we used to live at town, but he moved, can live here now. And you know, they'll tell you like that. I'm thinking that's a good question. Was she in the fridge? Then I saw him trunk. I saw him trunk a Hulk. I saw him trying to lift up the fridge with she in at the fridge. How did he get her whole body in the fridge? Did he dismember her, put her in the fridge? Because they found her in the backyard and in the fridge, but the fridge was burnt out with her badly burnt and decomposed body. So, yesterday, I see somebody left a comment that said, wait, may have more to this story. It go somewhere. The stepmother is going to speak. I see somebody have something that yesterday that said, somebody said, you know, so the first time them run the story, as soon as I see the headline, the first thing I thought was, it was a daddy don't touch me there situation. And she did say she got to tell. And she can't deal with it. And him do the story. And I was like, it's too early to be saying all that. But boy, by this morning, whatever came out so far, it kind of looked like it could be along those lines. You know, the teacher said when she was not living with him, she used to go to school regular. She was a attendee, a person who attend school every single day, you know, perfect attendance and these things. She just went to go live with him starting this year and change over school from Excelsior to Christiana High. And now she come Monday, she don't come Tuesday. She come Wednesday, she don't come Thursday. You know what I mean? She show up Friday or she don't show up Friday. She come late, then she come early. That like it's so sporadic, her attendance alone. You know, when you start trouble the damn picnic, the picnic probably don't even want to go school no more. She probably try a figure in her head. I don't know what these nasty ass people do. I'm saying nasty ass people, hoping that that's not what happened. But his daughter is dead anyways. But for the guys who do this, right? Do they even have any idea the level of trauma that they cause to a child when they do stuff to them like that? Like the picnic when walk road mad out, you know, like trying to hold it together. It's too much for them psychologically to deal with, especially if you're a parent. Then they have to grapple with that part. Like, no man, but this is my father. Like, this is my blood father, my real father. I don't know, strange man. I don't know, stepdaddy. This is my real father, but why my father do that to me? Like, yo, I'm going to tell you something about that area. He can't go back to that area. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you, sir, him can't go back to that area there. You see them area there? Them area there, my friend, if somebody run out of them house and say, thief, you're not making it out of there. I'm not asking. I'm telling you, you're not making it out of there. All them do are run out of them house and say, thief, and it stay like that to this day. And it been like that since I was growing up. So he had a right to not say nothing. Because if him did tell the neighbor them would have started snooping around his house and they would have found her. And he wouldn't have made it out of there. The neighbor said, then him, Lawrence, film daughter missing, and him come from down here. How our neighbor them no know say she missing? You don't have no neighbor around here where you can tell say your daughter missing. So me don't know where him a play. Nobody in the community don't know. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, SouFLo.
Morning, family. What going?
You're good, you good?
Yeah, man, me good. Me I try get through the story as good as can be good, you know?
There is no excuse for these perverts and pedophiles.
None at
You
all.
were saying, how come they don't think of how it's going to affect the child?
Yeah, me I
People
say,
like that aren't thinking about the repercussions of what can happen to them or how it's going to affect the victim. They're
right,
selfish. All they're thinking about is their sick sexual desire that they have to satisfy. And once them satisfy that, they're not concerned about what happened to the victim or what's going to happen to them.
right,
All they got their satisfaction. It's just like a drug addict getting a fix.
right, right,
I'm going to go back in that chat because you know how touching this is for me.
right, right.
All right, later.
All right. That's Murray's message 411 TV. She's in the chat. Murray, your story. Oh boy. Let's run through this first. If y'all see Murray in the chat, click on her name and go over to her channel and engage her content. Them along these lines type stuff. Murray would be somebody who can talk about them kind of something here, especially so close to home, you know. So anyhow, listen. The neighbor went on to say that one you just shake up everybody. Juliet Eunice, Shantina's stepmother, says she feels devastated because she heard that the body that is believed to be Shantina was found near the house or in the back of the house that she had lived in up to a year ago. She left a year ago. She had lived there up to a year ago. This is the stepmother. Stepmother looked like she dodged a bullet. She said that she was in a physically abusive relationship with Lawrence for some years. Let me take you through what was said. Juliet Eunice has been haunted by the suspicions that 13-year-old Shantina Sargent, her former stepdaughter, was in danger. She said she tried to raise the alarm. She even went to the police before. But her pleas fell on deaf ears. Now the Clarendon teen is dead. Her partially decomposed body discovered inside a burnt-out refrigerator behind her home in Baileyston, a quiet rural community now gripped by horror and disbelief. In addition to seeing the things that made her uncomfortable, this is the stepmother, that used to live with the man, And she took care of herself. In addition to seeing things that made her uncomfortable. Now, we want to know what she did see. We can't blame the stepmother. Nobody can say she never do nothing. She did two great things. She took care of herself, but she also reported what she was seeing to the police on multiple occasions, and nothing was done. That is what she has said, right? So in addition to seeing things that made her uncomfortable, Eunice said she spoke with the child who told her certain things that made her even more uncomfortable. She said that she invited the Spalding police station. She visited the Spalding police station just last month to report the matter, but she was told to return with the child. When she told the teenager to come with her, make she carry go to the police station, later that afternoon, the teenager refused. She said she don't want to go to the police station. Right? PG, Gleaner says she was buried in the backyard. I'm actually reading out the Gleaner right now. And it don't say buried in the backyard. It says I use the icon that you see me use the picture for this video this morning. And you got to understand, right? Jamaican, I don't, no disrespect to anybody. Jamaican journalists, a lot of them are very sloppy. And sometimes there's also a rush to put a story out. So sometimes it's she was found near the house, and then she was found in the back of the house, and then she was found beside the refrigerator, and then she was found in the burnt out refrigerator behind the house near the, and the stories keep changing from the same media entity. So the particulars of the details, we weren't there. And I'm just telling you that they might have said that she was found buried in the backyard. But the story, I have it right in front of me here, updated this morning. And the picture has been released with the fridge with the burnt out backyard and everything. Said that's how she was found. And she was covered up under a zinc. So in addition to seeing the things that made her uncomfortable, the stepmother said, I went to the police station. I told the police said to come back with her. They want to hear it from her. So I went to go get her. I tell her, come back with me. I'm going later this afternoon. She says, I don't want to go to the police station. Eunice, the stepmother, said that she last saw Shantina on Wednesday afternoon, and she recalled how she hugged the little girl, or she hugged her little brother lovingly. So I guess she has a child by the father that is her, what we call half sister. I don't do half siblings. You're either siblings or you're not siblings for me. I don't care if you have different mother, same father, or different father, same mother. My brother, my brother. My sister, right? But in this case, it would be described as her half brother. So the stepmother used to live there, does have a child said to be by the father, and she took herself with her little son. But, she saw them out a road the last time was Wednesday, and she recalled how she hugged her little brother so lovingly. On Friday, she inquired of the child's father, meaning she asked her, so where your father there? How Lawrence? Her former lover. And then I asked the teen if she was okay. I asked him how she come home from school yet. Oh, she saw the father. And she asked the father, how come she not come home from school yet? But me never see him call her. Me start call her, but me not get her. She has her phone. Things are looking funny. She saw the father. She said, how come? I guess she still live in the area, but not at the house. Because how would she know if she not come home from school yet? And I asked him, how come she not come home from school yet? Like, that should raise an alarm, some concern as a parent who she lives with. Let me call her phone and say, because past the time where she would have normally come home from school. And she said when she asked him that, he didn't call her. He never tried to reach out to her or nothing, which should be a red flag, right? And then she said she started calling her, but she wasn't getting her either. So me start to call her, but me not get her. Later that evening now, Marcus him call me and said that me must follow him go a station. So me follow him, and that's when he make the report say she missing. That afternoon, the father filed a missing report with the police department, claiming that he had not seen or heard from his daughter. 3 days later, on Monday, Eunice said, this is the stepmother said, that she got the heartbreaking call that flies were swarming around the house. Somebody over there seen fly them a swarm the house, and these things call her and tell her. So me call Marcus. And me say, what's so much fly I do up at your yard? Oh gosh. And him say him don't know. Because I must say because of the one bed where him burn up. And the fridge were out a door. A bed where him burn up. Clot. And the fridge were out a door. Wow. So it wasn't the police that went there first. And the neighbor them called she and said fly a swarm over there. When body dead and not decompose, when body are decomposed, is a different type of fly come around for that, And the fly them where you see in your house or where you see out a door where you so fly will come pitch by a sandwich when you eat food. I was watching a forensic show, and it's a different type of fly come. Them fly there, that are what them look for cadavers. And them buzz loud, zzz, like bees. And them come in a big swarms. So for somebody, if you pass your property and see enough of them there to cause concern, that's to tell you. And the person was so concerned, they called her and say, yo, I know ginger fly, man. Ginger fly small. We are talking about some big horse fly. We call them horse fly. If you ever see like dead dog on road, you will see like them big old fly. They fly up out of the dead dog. If you lick it, some big fat fly up out of the dead dog cadaver. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yo, bro. Those flies are helicopters. They're helicopters.
Yeah? Yeah.
My dad, I'm just come from work. My son up back. Big up on yourself, yeah?
All right, my brother, manners.
I just come from work, bro. Yo.
All right, so. All right. So I asked him how come the neighbor called me and said fly swarm the house. And I call him and I ask him, say, how come so much fly up at the house? And him said, me don't know. I must see through the bed where me burn up or the fridge where out the door. That's weird. Moments later after that, after he just said that, she said moments later, she got a call from the police who informed her that a body had been found at the premises and it was inside of a burnt out refrigerator. So you see that, PG? There was a buried in the backyard inside of the burnt out refrigerator. That's exactly what he was trying to do, Marie. He was trying to get rid of evidence. So yesterday, the stench of rotten flesh permeated the air in this laid-back, quiet community. Just a few feet away lay a charred bed base and other debris. Oh my gosh, so him burn up all the bed. If him burn up the bed, people, you can guess in your mind what might have taken place. Now, I would have loved for the stepmother come tell me what it was that you saw that made you so concerned that you went to the police station. Because obviously it wasn't because him used to discipline her, overly discipline and beat her. You know, some Jamaican parents there, they would kill you with licking up. Beat you and tear up, you cut up your skin or all kind of something. Now you have an auntie or an uncle or a step parent where I say, oh God, man, Jesus Christ, now beat the picnic some man. Obviously it wasn't that. What was it that you saw that was so troubling? You take away yourself, you don't want to live there no more, plus you went to the police station and made a report. I would like to know those details. The head of the Manchester, the area, which is a quiet dirt track community, has been thrown into disbelief. These things don't happen around here. Head of the Manchester Police, Deputy Superintendent Kerry Duncan, appealed to Sergeant to turn himself into the police. He has not since. He has gone missing. We're making an appeal for him to come into us so that we can have a conversation with him. We want to confirm certain things, and we believe that he is in a very good position to assist us in moving our investigation forward. He is not being treated as a suspect yet, but as a person of interest, definitely. Back in Bailiston, there is shock and disbelief about the death of the teen. Neighbor Clevon Massam said that the senior sergeant had moved to the area about 3 years ago, so he is not from here. You see, and that's a woman I like neither, because enough of we move, we're gone foreign, the places that we know to be so quiet and loving and everybody know everybody and all these things. Those places are changing because you have people moving into the area now who are weirdos like this. He's not from here. He moved come here about 3 years ago. Another resident named Clifford said that he last saw the teenager alive last week Wednesday. And he noticed how she had changed. She no longer smile and wave to people and talk. She seemed very withdrawn. Me see her stand up, and I look down at the yard like she wonder if she could go down there or not. So I know him alone see it. Wow. Eunice said she last spoke to her former lover, which is the girl father. She last spoke to him. I last talked to him yesterday. Him call yesterday. Him call and say him want to talk to the baby, which is his son. But I don't know which part him there. But me tell the police him call me. Him keep on and tell me not to send up my pressure. And me ask him if him don't know, say police will look for him. And him say, yes man, me know. But me not turn in myself because me not have nobody for bail me. He said. Wow. He called his ex/baby mother. She used to live at the house. Same one talk to his son, which is the little boy they have together. She said she worried about what going. Him said, don't send up your pressure, man. She said, you don't know, say police will look for you. Him say, yeah, but me not turn in myself because me not have nobody for bail me. Mrs. B talks health and wellness with a twist, says, leery about some of these conversations. Didn't anyone see when the burning was taking place? But they saw the flies. Where did he walk to bring the fridge back? That all these things are questions we gotta ask, right? Because the neighbor same seen with the fridge pan him back, he's leaving. And he's leaving the community. Him ask him where am I going? Him say he's taking the fridge into town to go get the fridge fixed. So how the fridge reach back in the backyard? Unless him turn back same time, cause him say, well, if once somebody see me, then means and long before everybody else I go see me, or maybe in his madness, him pick up the fridge and thought he could manage to go dash it way over some other place, but somebody already seen him with it. So him say, frigate carrot, go back up at the yard and just burn it up. He probably knows that it would be very difficult to get semen from the man burn up all the bed. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo.
Good morning,
Good morning,
family. How you doing?
I'm okay. I have a thought. I think she knew what he was doing to that little girl.
Right.
I think she knew. She left. She probably talked to him about it, and then when she went and confront the little girl, because you know how some of these women are, they think like, oh, it's the girl that's encouraging him. So she go and she said, all right, then if you're not in nothing with him, let's go to the police. And the little girl went back and told him. She knew something was going on.
Say that again. You think, because you might be on point here, right? Because some of these people believe that when these grown men, father or not, are doing these things to these young ladies, these teenagers, children, they believe that you might have something to do with it, like they are consenting to it or something, right?
Yes, in some way.
In some way. So she probably confront her and say, me feel like something not going on with you and your father, and me I see things what me don't like. So y'all have relations with your father, or your father mess with you, or what go on?
And the poor little girl say yes. And then she know, tell the girl, say, all right, then we are gas station, go report it. And the fact that the little girl tell her, said, no, I don't want to go. She know.
Go back. The little girl probably go back go tell her father.
Go back, go tell her
So the
father.
father
Said,
say,
you know,
"Rotted police are gonna come."
yes. So now let me cover. She knows what was going on, and she moved because this thing with the young girls being essayed and stuff is prevalent on social media now. It's a thing. It's not anything that's hidden. So she knew what was going on with that little girl. When she took away her, she should have taken the little girl too. But the little girl is not her child, so it doesn't. You know, I came here and saw you, and the man probably moved from where he was because other people in that area was catching on to what he was doing.
And you know what? Is the first time she's living with her father.
Yeah, so she
never lived with her father before. She wasn't living with her father before. She just started living with him this year.
But okay, so when he was at the other place before he moved to where he is now, right? Was she living with him at that time?
No, she wasn't living with him. She was living with they said she was living with her mom. And she moved from her mother come live with him just this year.
Unless she was violated with her mom, and her mom sent her to her dad for safety.
Something
Daddy
like
know the story, so him violate her too. Because you know, unfortunately for people that are molested, once they are violated in any way, they wind up becoming a target for everybody else. That has that mindset.
Right.
Because they don't know how to function in the world. They don't function. Some of them don't function with that sexuality, but they function in a withdrawn manner, in a broken place, so that the predators are aware that yes, something is wrong with this person, so I can prey on them. It's almost like junk up on dead meat.
Right.
Once one junk did it, them are gonna draw down.
Down.
That's my theory, but the girl knew.
No, the thing for me about the stepmother is, regardless if she didn't leave with her, because remember, I know the girl at 13, so she can't say, let go, come, I'm not going nowhere with you. Them kind of something there, right? So she couldn't like pick her up and carry her with her. So we can't say she should have took her with her, but if it's a teenager, and if she says, I'm not going.
If that's the case, and if that's the case, if I'm going to confront my child about something like this, right? And she's not going to go with me, I'm going to call the police to come to where she is.
But that's what she did, and that's what should have been done. She did the next best thing. She went to the police, right? She made reports multiple times, she said, and the police did not act on her report. So the police shouldn't have waited for and tell her about go get the picnic and car come here. The police should have went there. They would have done. If I do that right now, if anybody in my house right now goes to any police station, you know, the US is so different. I have to laugh because boy, we're far behind back home. We're far behind in Jamaica, man. Because just the if somebody accidentally say something, if one of my kids go to school and accidentally say the wrong thing, like, you know how kids sometimes might see stuff on TV and like them go school, go try act it out or whatever.
Yeah.
Social worker there at your door. Social worker at your door.
I've heard my kids say things in the house, like they either watch something or whatever, and they said things in the house. And as soon as me hear it, me call them, me say, listen.
Yes, me too.
You cannot.
Yes, me too.
You will never say these words, because I'm going to tell you this. They will take you away.
Yes.
Me never have no problem to tell them, say, and if then take you, me might not can't get you back.
Right.
So even if it was the littlest thing, no matter how simple it was, me tell them, said, listen to me. If you have any questions about certain things and you're unsure, come to me. When you hear your little friend them with something, Don't repeat these things.
Tell my kids the same thing. You know you can't say that in school, right? Because they would
Yeah.
definitely be calling us, and this is inappropriate to say in school, and that's because that's how they are. That's how active they are here. And I wish that Jamaica would get on the same page and be this active about our children as well. Not even wait for. Listen, if your kids go to school I can't speak for Florida. If your kids go to school and their mannerisms change, like your kid used to
The
be all
teachers are
happy-go-lucky, and your child start being withdrawn and don't laugh no more and in a corner, a social worker is coming to knock your door at an off hour. It'll be like 7 p.m. in the evening.
When my children were in, you know how they encourage them, you know, because you have elementary school kids, you had middle school kids and high school kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when in elementary school, they teach them kindness and how not to bully each other, and the little girls will see their little friends and run and go hug them. And even the little boys will hug the girls and stuff like that. But it's in an innocent kind of way. It's just like how a good parent would hug their child.
Right.
Right? And then when my son went to middle school, I had to tell him all of them hug up certain way you used to do in that elementary school, and then teaching us a bully. Do not hug no hug up nobody now.
Right.
Don't go nowhere with nobody now.
Right.
You know, it's like, and then that was instilled in them until they went to high school, so they knew how to carry themselves. You know.
Right.
Because I kept saying to them, things have changed. Now you're older. There's certain changes in your body and stuff, and you don't want anything to be misconstrued. So
Right.
it was a lot of teaching. Because the thing is, you know, kids, I hate to say kids do stuff, but they don't know what they know.
They
don't know what they don't know
Right.
until it's too late.
Until it's too late. Because they're kids. They're kids. And no matter how exposed the kid is to certain things, there's a part of them that is still raw born innocent because they are still kids.
Still kids.
Even if they're corrupted kids, they're still kids. They're kids that are corrupted through a process, but they're still kids.
Still kids.
You know? Man, once I see the part where it said him burn the bed, I already know what happened there.
Yeah,
I can only imagine. Damn.
It's as usual. We know that it's a way deeper story than this superficial stuff. I'm gonna let you get back to the chat.
All right.
Get back to the story, but that's just my thought.
A good insight, though. Good insight.
Okay, thank you.
All right,
Have a good
thank
day,
you,
everybody.
You too, family. So, for the people who are saying that the stepmother, didn't let's blame her. Let's blame the police. Let's blame the police. I see one comment here that says most of them police, they are perverts themselves, and so they won't investigate. Let's blame the police because, again, not to say, but if this was here and you went to any police station here and say, hey, there's a young girl, she's 13. I'm the stepmom, and I moved out of that house because I saw weird things happening. First thing police are going to do here is set up on recorder. What kind of weird things you saw happening that caused you to want to move out? I saw what looks to me like that father is having relations with his daughter. They at the house before that done. Pause for a minute. They're calling DCS. Yep, could we get an agent over to 2043 Love Lane? Yes. Just to do a wellness check on the children there and do a walkthrough of the house and see if there's adequate food in the house. Look mainly in their sleeping quarters, see where the children sleep and where they play, main areas, and just have a look of the house, and particularly the children's demeanor. All right, I'll fill you in more. Hang up. Okay, and go back to that's how they operate here. You now get to with that. You now go. And Jamaica need to start pick up on all these things and start to become that. Those police officers failed that young girl. They failed her. If the mother did like she said she did, the stepmother did. She said she reported it multiple times. So if she did multiple times and they never went there, that's messed up. That's messed up. You wouldn't even be employed anymore here if you did that. You know? Trini Elbay said, oh, quick recap, Trini. Well, a young girl from my area in Jamaica went missing. Well, she was reported as a missing person. And it turns out that she was found 5 days after reported missing. She was found in the back of her house in a burnt out refrigerator. And her father is on the run. Part of the story is that the stepmother who used to live there, who moved out, the stepmother moved out the beginning of this year, sometime around then. But the daughter moved in with the father around the same time the stepmother moved out. That's another thing that we need to pay attention to. The stepmother moved out around the time the daughter moved in. And she said it was because she saw things that made her very uncomfortable. And even to the point where she made a report, multiple reports to the police station. They haven't detailed to us what those things are. But based on what everything else that I'm piecing together here, like she was found in the back of the house, in a refrigerator, stuffed in a refrigerator, burnt, with the refrigerator burnt out. And the bed. He took the bed out the house and burned it up in the backyard too. The stepmother was alerted by the neighbors who called her and said, flies are swarming the house. This is before anybody else called her. So she called him. This is her ex, but they have a son together. So she called him and asked him, why so much fly swarm the house that your neighbor them tell me say fly swarm the house? And him say, oh, I must say the bed when me burn up round the back still, or the fridge way out her door. She said, all right. She hung up. And a little later, police called her to tell her that they found the young girl's body in the backyard. And then comes the rest of the report about the high stench that was in the area of burnt flesh and these kind of things. So the police has put out a report saying that they need for him to come in. They need for the father to come in to them for questioning. They're not treating him as a suspect yet, but he is definitely a person of interest. And they believe that he can help them to further this case. And he's on the run. The stepmother just told news media that him called her yesterday and asked to speak to their little boy. Because she have the little boy with her, right? Asked to speak to their little boy. And she said to him, she worried. Me worried about all this way going. Like, you know, them find her in the back of the house and the place burn up and her body burn up and all these things. And he told her, nobody send up your blood pressure, man. Relax. She said, you know, the police will look for you. Him say, yeah, me know. But me not turning myself because me not have nobody for bail me. Me not turning myself because me not have nobody for bail me. Ninja, you raped and killed your own daughter. That's what I'm seeing. Since nobody else now see it, everybody a beat around the bush. Let me come out and say it. Me not gonna say that word there again because you know how them stay over here on YouTube. But you did that to your daughter and took her life, man. That's crazy. I promise on the people him can't go back in another community there. He can't. Them people up there, so don't play. He won't make it back out. And him don't come from up there. Me not turning myself because me not have nobody who can bail me. You know, Nans, that's exactly what I thought. That's exactly what I thought. So, So your urge to do this thing, this evil thing, overpowered you so much you gave in to that. And now it reached a point where you can't face the consequences, so you just have to X yourself out of life too. Wow. Really, wow. God, whatever sickness or sick frame of mind that is, please may it never, ever affect me. Yeah, Darty T. In them area there, they don't play about that jungle justice in that area. May I tell you, it's an area where if you go rob somebody's house, all the person have to do be them own alarm. From them say thief. All kind of man run out from all different direction. Yeah, they say they're not treating him as a suspect at this point. I don't know if they're saying that just to get him to come in. Like, you're not a suspect, man. Just come talk to it. You know? Kind of like appeasing just to draw him in. But I think he knows that once he goes in that he's not coming out. And that's exactly the reason why he said to her, me not turn in myself because me not have nobody for bail me. Who said them I go give you bail? Mervin said, why the police are asked him for turn in himself rather than, well, Mervin, you and I know that is him call to say goodbye to him son Nance. You feel so? Him call to say goodbye to him son because this is it. He's going to do it. Well, the stepmother said she don't know where he's calling from. She don't know where him is. But she called the police and tell them, say him just call me. She don't want no parts of it. The police searching for him, Mervin. So yeah, the police will they'll put out a report saying you should turn yourself in, but they're searching for you in the meantime. So if them find you, cause you might be somewhere where you don't know what's going on, right? But you hear somebody say, yo, the police have to turn yourself in. I say, me? Police have to turn me in? No, but I work hard. What do you mean turning myself? The police say you have till 4 o'clock this evening for turning yourself. All right, then. Let me go check with the nearest police station and see what go on. So they normally put that out, but they're looking for you in the meantime, though. They might look for you in the meantime. Right. The stepmother said she was in a physically abusive relationship with him because he used to beat her all the time. And they were together for 5 years. They were together for 5 years and she left when the daughter came. Hold on there, Carla. Hold on there. She said she was in a physically abusive relationship with Lawrence for 5 years before she left a year ago. However, hold on. However, she said that they still kept in contact because of their young son that they share. Eunice is a market vendor. And she said the last time she saw Shantina was last Wednesday on her way home from school when she passed by the Spalding's market to play with our 4-year-old brother. Spalding Market. No right which part that there. We just did that. That's not true, babe. She said she became concerned on Friday when she realized that it was getting late and she didn't see her stepdaughter. So I said to Marcus, our father, how come she not go home yet? I said to him, say, you call her? And him say, yes, I call her. You see what I tell you about Jamaica publication? One time them said this, the next time them said that. It's like in a rush to publish a story, so much is left out. Because the first one said he didn't call her. And she said she didn't see him call her. And now it says, "Me said to Marcus, how come she not go home yet? Did you call her?" Him said, "No." "How come she not go home yet?" Him said, "Me no know." So me say, "You call her?" And him say, "Yes, me call her." Then she said, "In the evening, me come up from Spallings and him call me phone. And that's when him said, me and him fi come go to the police station." She said that she accompanied him to the Christiana police station last Friday. And that's when he filed a missing persons report. So the missing persons report was filed on her from last Friday. Lawrence, the father, him tell me say him look in a Shantina phone. Him looking at him daughter phone. Listen to that part here now. I say like him sister she have man. And I say, "Marcus, then if you have boyfriend that hour, you know, like a 13-year-old girl, she like boy at school them different times now, them have phone. The boy with them like have phone to them, do they have text and then kind of thing there. If she have boyfriend, then Marcus, what that? No, your daughter. Are jealous, you're jealous. You can't jealous of your daughter if you have boyfriend, is what she recalls saying to him. Yes, that tells me a lot right there. So rotted clot. So the man, he want his daughter for himself. Him he want him daughter for himself. And I watch him daughter to see if she had talked to any other little boy or anything. And found a boy in her phone. That brother sick. The woman actually said to him, said to me, him looking at her phone. Right after she asked him, right after him do the police report, me ask him. And him tell me, say, I'm looking at Shantina phone. And him say, like him say Shantina have boyfriend. And Mr. Marcus, then if you have boyfriend, then that hour. No your daughter. I can't jealous, you're jealous of your daughter. That means she, at this point, she knows, and she knows to the point where she can let him know that she knows. Wow. Wow. So on Monday morning, Eunice said that she informed him that she herself was going over to Shantina school, go ask the student them over there. She called him Monday morning and she said, "Me I go over Shantina school." Remember, I know a Friday, them report are missing, Saturday pass, Sunday pass. Monday come, she tell the father, say, "Me I go over her school personally, go ask some of the student them if them see her." And him tell me, say, "If go." So when we go over to the school now, one of my school friend them tell me, say, Shantina say, afraid of him father. And she said she no want to talk problems what happen with him and his father, but he afraid. That same evening, she said that the police informed her that they were at the house in Riverside, which was overcome with flies. I call Marcus, Mr. Marcus, Lord Jesus Christ, Marcus. We fly down at your yard, we so much fly down at your yard, do Marcus. He say him burn up one bed out a door. And I must see fridge out there. She said moments later that she was told by the police that a body was found and the body looks to be Shantina's. I said, I start ball out, man, me ball out. The police them say, him burn her up. Only bare bones left. Back pan him. Damn. Up to yesterday evening, Eunice said that Lawrence called her. This is what we went over before, inquiring about their son. Same one talk to the son. And him did they talk about me love the baby, you know. Me love the baby. Only that he must say on the phone. But he loved the baby. Eunice said Lawrence was aware that the police was looking for him for questioning, and she encouraged him, Lawrence, turn in yourself, go talk to them. Him say him not turn in himself before him not have nobody for bail him. Not true, babe? Add them something there. So him look like him rather them shoot him and kill him before him turn in himself, he said. Him know, we have this story, him know what him do to him daughter. Any father would have reached a police station a long time. Me would have lived at the police station. If that was my daughter, I would live at the police station. How me I knock on them door all when them not did it? All when me first show up at work. How come another out here and do nothing? I look for me picnic. Come. No search party, no out, no nothing. Because he already know what he did to her. So you report her missing Friday and you never check back Saturday, you never check back Sunday, you never check back Monday. You never tell nobody in the community that she missing nothing. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Yo, my J.
Yo, so how go on?
Yo. J, Jungle Justice female forget a manicure, a pedicure, and a facial. Jungle Justice.
Pack it up.
It's true. Yeah. Leave the kids and let them leave. Daddy don't touch me there. She don't even get a chance to tell. What a wicked pussy. Yo, later, eh? I'm here.
Manners. Superintendent Kerry Duncan, head of the Manchester Police, said that the police received unconfirmed reports from community members that Shantina was being sexually molested by her father. See that? She tell our little friend. She tell our little friend them. The Superintendent Kerry Duncan said, this is the head of the Manchester Police, said they received unconfirmed reports from community members that she was being sexually molested. But we don't have anything of evidence or evidential value to support that. That's why I don't want to talk to him, and he's not a suspect. He is a person of interest. We're making an appeal to him to just come in and talk to us so that we can have a conversation. We suspect that that is his daughter that is deceased. Now, a lot of people might not understand this. The police cannot say, because you hear what the stepmother said. The stepmother said a bare bones left. So if you burn her like that, obviously there's going to have to be medical stuff done to figure out and confirm that that is her. We know that's her. He know that's her. That's why I'm a run. The stepmother knows say she. But when the police talk, the police can't just come out and say, yep, that is her. Because next thing she show up 2 days later and there's somebody else in bun up. So there's going to have to be DNA testing done, yes, to prove that that is her. Then the police will definitely say, yes, that is her. After DNA analysis came back confirming that that is her, we found right there. So for now, they say we suspect that she is the deceased. So we want to confirm certain things first. And I believe that he is in a very good position to help us to move this investigation forward. Jay Robinson said, why didn't the stepmother notify the mother? Boy, Jay Robinson, in a lot of cases, stepmother don't talk to mother because mother was the first woman and stepmother take him away while they were together and all these other things. Him left me there and gone live with the old dirty bitch over there. So, and then something there. Yes, him used to beat me, but she figure take all I beat now. Can't stand the girl because sometimes the girl where you didn't know. Me and she never friend, but we didn't know each other and all kind of stuff. Y'all know the dynamics of how these dysfunctional ass relationships go. They're all too common among us. Yeah, that's why stepmother and mother for talk, because it should always be about the interest of the children. Yeah, stepmother and mother must talk. Stepmother and mother must be friends. We don't have to hang out and go to parties together and all that, but we must talk. We must talk. If my daughter is staying over at anybody's house, if my wife have one new husband or ex-wife have new husband and she my picnic them have to go stay over at the house because we have split custody or whatever, I have to get to know that man very well. I can't tell her enough to have one next man. But I have to get to know that man very well. I have to get to know him close up because I have to make him know that me murder your boy. Like if you look at my daughter wrong, me will murder you. I not fist fight you with nothing. Be a gunshot for you. Anything other than that, you a good father to her, like say she are yours, then that's how I expect. And I don't come with no war in mind, I come in peace. But just know some there like that. You have to talk. You have to talk. And if him is a good man, the only thing I'm going to say is, man, I understand your concerns because I would feel the same way too. You know what I'm saying? But don't worry. I ain't about that. I love the mom. I'm going to be the best. All right. Give me a peace of mind. And from time to time, you're some. Yes, exactly, Nans. This is how you form a village around a child. From time to time, when the two are supposed to even can talk about other things. Because you see, when time adults start separate themselves from whatever, but the whole owner actually are connected somehow. This is how, these are the windows and doorways through which fragrant foolishness happen and escape everybody. Maybe if she did tell the mother could have go for her daughter and carry the daughter go back over for her yard. So Jesus Christ, we never know so that did go on over there. And, you know, put more urgency upon it and go tell the police even again, them hearing it from another person, stepmother, than them hear it from the mother. It would have been more pressing. You know? But a lot of adults are selfish as shit. I say this all the time. I hear people say that I love my kids. I'll die for my kids. In my mind, I'm like, shut the fuck up. You don't die for no damn kid. You won't even sacrifice to raise your friggin' kids safe. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Big up yourself, big up yourself. And I think this them there from Switzerland. I listen to you. First of all, I have to commend you on it.
Hold on, brother. Take away off of the speakerphone, bro, because we can't hear you.
It's better now.
Yes, way better.
Yeah, man, I say. And I think you see there, you may work out, yeah?
Oh, see it.
So me say me have to say me first of all, me have to commend you on the great job that you're doing, you know?
Manners, brother.
Informative, my boss, and educated also, you know?
Yeah, manners and respect.
You know, as a Jamaican, sometimes I wonder what go on here. They think people, they, something in a area, people, they pollute the people, them, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Because every time it's the same story over and over, you understand?
Yeah, just different victims, you know?
Exactly. And for the, I can't believe you're a father. How can a father just molest them child or just having something with their child, yeah?
How could you even look at your child and feel anything? Other
Exactly.
other than my daughter, them can't even, like my big daughter, she's getting older now. Me hug her sideways now. Like,
exactly.
Yeah, I don't want to hug her close and she rub up on my front. I literally hug my daughter sideways now. And you know, the first time I went to do it, I could tell that she recognized that he don't hug me the same no more. But that's a part of growing up, you know? That's a part of growing. So how some men look at their own daughter and be like, him see something in that way more? I don't get it.
I don't mean either. Me neither.
It must be some kind of malfunction or dysfunction or some kind of illness or something, because I don't get it.
It's so but I mean, those men still, they're supposed to get, people supposed to hold them and beat them, you know?
Brother, if them catch him up there, sir, in that area, I'm telling you, he'll not make it out. He's not going back to that area. I know him not go back up there.
Oh, sad, boss. Sad, you know?
Boy.
Anyway, my boss, you don't want to take away your time, you understand? Just pick up yourself and continue to do a great job, yeah?
Manners and respect, my brother.
Blessing, bro.
Blessing. Yeah, I don't know how, like, some of them nasty, dirty thinking, man, you're like, how do you look at, yes, your child. So, you know, that's another thing. I think it's super important for, you see that runway that is something that, like, you have picked me over there, so, but you never raise them. And then it creates this kind of disconnect to where you can look at your own child and be like, well, she had me pick the but she not really me pick the can and me really did raise her, you know, but if me didn't know her from, she did little. I think every man should actually be there to witness their children being born. Start right there. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
SouFLo.
Yeah, family.
You did say that she wasn't raised with him.
Right.
So the same way how you look at your daughters, can you raise them from them born until them and you watch them grow?
And that just got through my head just now.
It's a different thing. This man get this child and she's going through puberty, right? Her body is changing into becoming a woman. And the other woman where him did live with him, the baby mother, the second baby mother, she take up her picnic and leave him. So him a look on the little girl like she is a woman. Him not looking at her like his daughter.
And him get vexed because she have a boyfriend in her phone.
Exactly. Like, so the girl, the second woman pick up on something, say this man like him own daughter. She picked up on it.
That's why she took care of herself, because if she left around the same time that little girl moved to go live with him.
Yeah, and she was in a tough situation too. Like you said,
she was getting beaten.
We don't know what relationship she had with the little girl mother.
Yeah, and plus he was beating her too. And she said
exactly, he was abusive to she too. So she happy to get herself and her child out of the situation.
Wow.
And then now if you see the other child in the situation and don't know how to contact her mother or what to do. She did the right thing by going to the police. But the police failed.
The police failed big time.
The police failed because they didn't follow up. She did what she could do within her means. She did all she could do.
The police failed big time.
She get herself and her child out of danger. Then she said that the little girl was in danger. And she got to the police and the police didn't follow up and do what they were supposed to do. If the police had followed up and took it serious, she probably would still be alive.
You know, I don't think she run because she'll get beaten. Because I'm abusive, because she was there for 5 years already. I think she left because it turned into a situation where it looked like him have two women in him house. Him daughter turned one of him woman, and she, the wife, or the ex, was the woman already as well.
And she didn't want to be a part of all of that. She
didn't want to be a part of it. So, yeah, me not gonna stay here, take no beat from you and all that. Plus, me know say you're in here and do that with your daughter. Plus me in here. So I'm not lay down with you after me see what me see. So she take care of herself then.
And jungle justice, back in the day, jungle justice was different than how it is now. It seemed like these days, even jungle justice is not the same.
They call them beat them, then
because
hold them
let me tell you something, Flo. There's a lot of pedophiles just like him living in the same community, in the same neighborhood.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So them not lash out like how them used to.
Yeah.
Now everybody want mind them own business and stay out of this and stay out of that. Because them have them own corruption and them own thing where them are deal with, and them no want draw no attention to themselves. So the jungle justice what we used to have, we don't have it no more.
Like a silent consent.
Exactly.
Where them themselves, you know.
That's why the pedophile registry, them still not have it.
Them have it, but it's private. That's why them not
it's
want
like
it public.
It like them are protect themselves. It's a cover up. And the little picnic them in the community just like they're prey.
What's crazy is how the stepmom got to the school. She already know enough. I think the stepmom, the minute she said, how come she not come home yet? You call her. I think she already know enough. And she has said, Jesus Christ to herself. You know when you know something, but you can't put your finger upon it yet? I think she already knew. That's why she was like, you gonna call her? You call her? And all right, let me call her to them. And she's like, oh shit, she not answer. And then she's like, me I go over our school, go ask to pick them over there myself.
So for me, and things like that, don't go like that, you know. If a child go school and report anything like that, them depend it.
Think a joke.
Social workers are come at your house and everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Yo, I tell people this already. Because I never do the picnic nothing. And him big and grown now. That's my son who is in college now, we live on campus. Him go to school one day, go tell the people that I don't know where him tell them, say, because he wanted to move to go live with his mom. His mom lives in Georgia and I live in Florida. And I've had them for years, right? So the mother used to tell them about, next year you coming home with me. Next year you coming home with me. It got to the point where I told her, I said, stop fucking telling the kids they're coming home with you next year. It's been 7 years now of hearing next year every year. My home is their home now. So stop giving them this false promise and then you don't come get them and then I have to deal with the backlash when you're gone. Children need their mom. So my son start him that pine after mother so much. The man got school got make up some story. Can I tell you? My day, my yard, I chill out. All of a sudden, my house surrounded.
Wow.
I'm like, what happened? This lady coming out of the house, dressed nicely. The first time I'm encountering these people, I shared this story before. But through me, no, me never do nothing. The lady, I'm going to tell you what they ended up saying. But through me, no, me never do nothing. Anyway, she came and she was like, yeah, we're here to do a wellness check on the children, particularly your oldest son. She said his name. I said, okay, me think them come tell me say in a trouble somewhere or something. Them say we're gonna need to do a complete walkthrough of your house. Just so a complete walkthrough of your house. And I mean we're gonna have to get into the cupboards in the kitchen, in your refrigerator, in the room where the kids sleep. You could come and show us his bedroom, blah blah. Me I say, what a guan. Like the woman walked through my kitchen, literally open up every cupboard in there. I look under which part the pot them store, the glass them there, spoon, knife, fork, drawer, everything. Then going to the next room, She's going through the rooms. She's like, where does he sleep? My son has his own room. He had his own room, and he's an artist. So every artwork window, plaster off all them bedroom walls and everything. Always dressed nice. Always look. My picking them poil. Seeing? But to how the kid just wanted to go to his mom. The lady look around, she look around, she look around, she take her notes. She said, I'll be in touch, but I'll tell you this. I'm going to be popping up for about the next 2 to 3 months, random times. And every time we show up, you're going to have to open the door and let us in randomly. And I said, okay, but what's the time frame like? She was like, I don't have to tell you that. And I would, because I can already tell you're a good dad, but I won't because I can't. According to what my job says and how they do it, their protocol. So them can't tell us that we pop up between 7 a.m. and 4 p.m. because people who are actually really abusing their kids, they will prepare for 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. and give something fake when they come. Man, them show up 6 o'clock in the morning. Them show up midday in the afternoon, Saturday afternoon. Them show up Sunday morning. Them show up late evening, school evening off. Everybody I get ready for go bed after we done dinner, everything. And they just kept doing that. And it got to the point where I was like, okay, I'm tired of this shit now. But you know what? It is what it is. I tell Farah, I said, yo, you see this kind of energy that you brought to the house? I never did nothing to you. You know what the lady eventually said? She said to my son, she said, you're actually being spoiled. There are kids out here who are being abused. From the very first day I walked into this house, when I walked into your bedroom, when I see all the things you have, when I see how you're spoken to and how you're treated, your dad is being a dad. You have what a lot of kids don't have. So I start to feel good in myself now because I didn't tell her to say all of that. She could have been like, yeah, I could see where he's an abusive father. And, you know, you're lacking X, Y, and Z. He doesn't even know how to talk to you all properly or nothing. Let me tell you, sir, the reason with my kids, I show my kids them real life from them are like 4, 5, and 6. Talk to them like above their age group because we as adults tend to underestimate the intelligence level of children. And they grasp what you're saying. They might not grasp it fully, but sooner or later, they're going to grasp all of it. So I've always had that kind of discussion, talking, kind of something with the picnic them. Eventually, that died down. They finally gave me we won't be bothering you anymore. We see what it is. You know, the couple of months passed. Them I check school. Not just my house. They're checking in his school as well. How's he coming to school? How is his demeanor while he's in school? They're talking to his teachers. Them I talk to him, guidance counselor. Them I show up on my yard repeatedly. Jamaica don't have these checks and balances in place. If I was being an abusive parent, they would have caught me like right away. They couldn't because nothing ever go on. This is the story that I told years ago that when I was talking about that Jamaican vlogger, where him daughter go to school, go tell the guidance counselor, say him come in our room, lift her up off of the bed, put her on the floor, pull on her pants and she have on one next underwear under it or something, put it back up and put her back on the bed. Y'all remember that? Whatever his name is? CMR. Yeah. That when I started speaking out against that, you had some people who support CMR who was telling me about move on, go, because your picnic call police or child services upon you, so you are not no good parents neither. But you see, because I know how my story went and I've always been very vocal about it, me no hide none of it. Me know say for me story and for them story. Me never lift none of my friggin' pick me off of no bed, put them on floor and pull down them rascal clothes. I don't even push my kid's door and go in their room. Milani is 5 years old and my daughter, me no look pan her when she naked and she a 5. My 11-year-old, that's even worse. She can never tell you say I even bathe her, pull her, go bathroom, change her, nothing. So there are some people out there who actually, just like Marie was saying earlier, they support this type of shit. And because they support this type of stuff, it's hard for them to speak out against it when they see it. Me can blow the whistle loud as Ross, because this not enough for me blood at all. You understand? And that's why I was able to attack it the way I did. Like, you're wrong. You're wrong. Now that I look back at that story, I'm thinking, and like just like I said then, what business do you have being in a little girl's room? She's a young teenager. You as a man, you shouldn't even have a want. Like, there's nothing in our room when me want. Once she in the room, she in the room. She have to give me consent to come into her room. Otherwise, I'm violating her space. So this whole push door gone in her room and cameras in the room. Where is she supposed to like change her clothes and bathe, and when she come out of the shower, maybe she want to lay down on her bed in her just her panty or sitting like all human beings do. I think she should have the privacy to do so. Why is a camera in her room? All that shit was weird to me. All that was weird to me. So when some bumblehole did I compare me, I thought about, yeah, because remember your story from way back. When I see which part my picnic there, I'm still around me. I'm still, matter of fact, this weekend I'm picking him up from college. Him still around me. Him I go college, him up on campus I live and getting his degree. And that's how we lead by example. So when you hear me passionately say, I don't understand why or what the fuck is going on, pardon my language, in some of these men, why they even like, how it come out to this. I'm genuinely trying to find an answer. I'm genuinely trying to understand, trying to find an answer. Like, it must be a sickness. It must be a sickness. Because I know other men who function just like me. Like, we don't go in with daughter them room. We don't want to see her naked. Call your mother. My daughter there already, you see, for the whole weekend. Our mother have to call me one time. She reached back and said, why didn't you tell her to go bathe? She spent the whole weekend over there and she did not take a shower. I said, listen, she's a girl. I told her, take a shower. Beyond that, I'm not doing anything else. Don't expect. It's not like she's one of my boys. I could bring her into the bathroom, take off her clothes, get in her shower, bathe your nasty self. I can't. She's a girl. So she just have to go stay the dirty until you gonna have to deal with her as mom and teach her what you supposed to teach her about her girl parts and why it's important to have proper hygiene and all that. I don't even want to have the conversation. My daughter reaching the age now, 1 week, let me go over there and see her mother give me one bag of talk about, hey, hold this. This is for her just in case, her girly time of the, hey, oi. Me don't want to hear it. I don't know how y'all gonna work it out, but I don't want to hear it. Like, maybe call Shakira or something, called. Me don't want to hear it. So me don't understand how some man have any kind of liking to your daughter. The only thing you're supposed to want to do for your daughter is kill people for them do something to her and protect that with all your life. That's it. Love her unconditionally, protect her with your whole life. When I look at my daughters and the way that they look at me, I couldn't friggin' me feel, I can't even say no to my daughters. Even when my daddy, I try to lecture them, like, Nika, you always asking for money and you're only 11 years old. And then we start feel bad. And she's like, yeah, now I have to hear your lecture about when you were growing up. And that was so long ago. Oh, could you just say no or yes? And I'm like, you're going to hear what I'm saying to you. Because if I'm giving you my money, but I got to let you understand that money doesn't just grow on trees. People work for money. And you can't just be spending it frivolously. I only spend it when I need it. Blah, blah, blah. She said, okay, Dad. I'm going to feel so bad. May I try to tell her, may I teach her a lesson, You only spend money when you need to. Save. I walk away. I feel so bad. I go back and give her the money same way. Like that. You, as a dad, I don't understand how you hurt your own child. How especially your daughter. especially your daughter. I can't see how a man can be rough with him boy picnic because we're charged with the responsibility of turning these boys into men. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
SouFlo, my brother, morning.
Morning, brother. What going?
Boy, you realize I'm not upbeat about them thing because my voice different to them because you see, me I gotta tell you, cause he's a father that way there. And not even when they left them panty careless, take you up.
Not even that.
Call them or tell them that their mother said.
I just did that over the weekend. Them. Yep.
You get me?
Yep.
Now, one of the things we are gonna say, out of all bad must come good. That's how we look on the life. You see?
Right.
So here we are so now. You see, since the government now push out the registry, we are gonna tell the people them say, anytime strange people come in your community to live, because the man they could have do them things there for a long time somewhere else.
Our run gonna hide up there, so.
Investigate them because them are your neighbor, and at them when you're going to your bed, go sleep, and them are the nearest person to you.
Right.
And to your children.
But
so
how hold on there, brother. Them. Hold on. But how are they going to be able to properly investigate them if all the registry is private and them don't know? Like, where do you even start? We don't know
all
which
right.
14 parish him come from.
You start at the bar and the place where him come and hang out, and you find out where he used to live. And then where you do, Jamaica small certain way, you run, you check them.
See.
You see? Because we realize say them a move around and them a shuffle like a domino in our community. Them just a move run.
See.
You get me? See. Next thing now, with regards to the school and the guidance counselor, rather than just do the guidance counselor work in the school, we are going to call upon the guidance counselor them to start have the kids understand to look for the traits to come and report to them.
Like look in your peers.
Yes.
Right. So them can analyze each other.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So if you start see your friend now start get withdrawn, or your friend prepare because normally in a them situation as is this case, the child generally prep. And people kids who have problems at home, they generally have a one friend where they lean upon.
Like in this case,
you notice that them now come with a lunch money. You get me? Yeah, are certain things. The guidance counselor, we are going to employ the parents who know the guidance counselor, because enough parents there, talk to the guidance counselor and tell them to teach the kids to look among their peers so we can identify them things there.
Right. Because the guidance counselor don't have all that the eye there for everybody, bro. So it's true. One guidance counselor, two guidance counselor can't cover a school full of picnic.
Yeah.
So they're going to need the help of like a community.
I agree.
Right.
And also to tell we in the community, because I mean, yeah, we are learn from them things that we see a kid withdrawn. We see a kid. Remember, them pedophiles, they are expert, them are better expert than we. Them know how to find the victim. So we must learn how to find the victim them before them happen. Blessings, my brother.
Manners and respect, bro.
Cool.
That's deep. Them are expert for true. Y'all remember the video that I told y'all I was watching, and I'm sure a lot of you have seen it. It was, I think he is the most, if there's anything we got, so the most highly decorated pedophile in the United States of America. And I don't say decorated as in nothing good. I just throw that in there for lack of a better term, but he was considered one of the most notorious then. And him give the whole rundown of how he would scout his victims before him actually launch him attack on these things. That was super interesting to watch. Because when I was watching it, I was like, Jesus Christ, like there's these humans actually sit and think this and work on it that way there. and perfect the craft, the art of getting to the particular victims that they want. So yeah, if them that much studied about it, how to access these victims, then we have to be that much studied about how to get to these youths before them get to them. That's gonna take a lot of work though. That ain't gonna be no overnight something, you know, because there are so many stigmas at play and cultural beliefs and something that's at play in this as well. And the system is just built differently in Jamaica. And that plays a part too into that. If this was the United States of America, that young girl would have gotten help a long time ago. She go tell a friend, and the friend go say, she tell me that she afraid of her father. She said she don't want to talk while going in at the house, but she afraid of him. And then other people in the community are telling the police, and that is saying, other people in the community are telling the police them things that she was getting, them didn't know from time that she had get SA by her father up there. But the police have said them don't have no proof. But did y'all check? Did Uno check? Did Uno show up at that house at a irregular time? Just to catch them off guard. Show up 8 o'clock at evening. Show up 5 o'clock a morning. You know, people get up 6 o'clock a morning, you know, and 5 o'clock a morning to get ready to go to school. Because them have to travel and all, walk, go down, so go catch taxi or something. Show up in at them hours there. Be dedicated to finding out what's going on in that house. Do a complete walkthrough of the house. See where you can see that might tell you something. Gotta be more vigilant. Gotta be more vigilant. Lulu Ridges said, it starts with us women vetting your potential bed partner and stop letting our hormones dictate who we bring into our homes, bed and circle. Yeah. This is her father though. So this is a stepfather. So we can't even say like, you know, this is our mom's boyfriend and the mother should have been better at choosing who. You never see the man didn't have eyes for your picnic. You know, this is her blood father. This is her biological dad. You know what, Lulu? The last time me said something like that to the woman, them you see him one tell me about I'm always blaming the women or always blaming the victims. So I guess it sounds better when you say it. But anyhow, but yeah. Damn. I feel sad for you, little girl. No. I think just like Nan said and somebody else said though, I don't think he's gonna turn himself in. I think he's going to do the ultimate do. Let me close off this section by saying this. I'm moving to the next topic by saying this. You ever notice how people who are willing to take other people's lives, them never want dead? But see a man, you know, a video out of Jamaica, I saw the man, he might tell the woman, say, oh, I'm going to chop her up and, hey girl, me murder you and this and that. And you know, so when the police hold him, you know, he was begging the police not to kill him. And I thought the irony of this, you know? Live on the air with SouFLo, good morning.
Yes, good morning, so.
Morning, family, how you doing?
I'm good, thanks. So I was listening like I was live last night from the area call and was stating that the same thing happened with that man's father. He unalike his wife and daughter, which is his sister, doing the same thing to them.
Huh?
So thinking this is a family trick or something.
Wait. Say again.
It was said on a live last night. Was watching a live, so they call in. This person called is from the area. She said she went to look at the did the same thing to the I don't know if it's his mom, but the father did the same thing to his wife and daughter.
His father did the same thing to his own wife and daughter.
Right, a couple of years ago, and like in a reservoir. He jumped in a reservoir.
And then did himself in a reservoir.
Yes. So this is somebody from
I haven't heard that one yet. That's pretty interesting.
Right, I read it last lady calling that he know the guy that did it with daughter and he know the family.
Maybe
so she also said that she went to look at the father in the reservoir as well. So she from the same community.
Maybe it's a genetic disposition after all. If that's
Seems
true, because I haven't heard that story. But if the story is indeed true, maybe it's a genetic disposition after all.
Yeah, you will hear it if it is true. You will hear it when the follow up on the story.
Right. Yeah. Boy. Wow.
So it's deeper than.
Boy, when them tell you, say, be careful who you're gonna mix up with because some people family curse. I'm not lying, no? It's not a lie.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Some are manliness, generational curses. But yes, some family curse for true. The whole bloodline curse. Don't have no picnic with them.
So I was thinking if that's what the girl heard and caused her to move away from him. Can be that too.
Nah, she was getting beaten. She said she was getting beaten on a regular basis. He was very abusive. And then she realized that things were happening with his daughter because the daughter had just came there to live. Things were happening with his daughter there that made her very uncomfortable to the point where she went to the police station and made reports multiple times. So those were the things that got her to move out, not that story.
Okay, I was just thinking.
Yeah. All right then.
Yeah. All right, take care.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
Yeah. We don't know how true that story there is, but it could very well be true. We'll wait to see or hear it from a reputable source kind of thing. I wouldn't be surprised if it is true though, you know. Damn. Yeah, some bloodline curse, man. Some bloodline curse. Sometimes you gotta wrap up with some people and bear crosses take your life. No happiness fear after that. Be a sufferation in your future. All you picnic them future, frig up. I believe that for real. Yeah. Ever heard that the sins of the father follow the offsprings? Yep. I think that is true. That's why I'm trying to be the best person I can become. You know, I don't want to leave no sins for follow me picnic them. I'm trying to give them a clean slate, you know. Anything them go out in the world, go frig it up on them own. That they didn't leave anything behind that you should inherit, kind of thing. You have to live consciously. And like I said, the older we get, is the more wiser we should be becoming. When you're conscious of karmic energy and you're conscious of how the universe actually works, how the world works, because you've lived it in repetition. You learn your lesson. You ever been in like, let me give you a good example. Let's use somebody famous. I saw Cardi B, right? Cardi B is now pregnant with Stephon Diggs' baby. She's not divorced fully from her husband, Offset, yet. The child that she is having is right behind the baby that she had for her husband, their last baby, that just turned 1. And by the looks of her pregnancy, she look about 5 months in, 6 months in at the least. She'll be dropping baby in about another 3 months. And then come to find out also that he has multiple women who are having baby a couple of months apart. If you do the mathematics to that, that simply tells you, say, everybody was getting dick down at the same time, right? I don't know, some women are so delusional. You go, Cardi, you go, girl. She found better than Offset. I heard one lady say, I know a karmic relationship when I see one. And I wish this sister all the best in life, but there are some lessons that you did not learn. So you're looping back into the same relationship again, the same cycle with just a different person. And in actuality is the same person. Because if you look at them, they kind of resemble, they dress alike, like all kinds of stuff. And I was looking at it and I was like, damn, what kind of relationship, what kind of lesson it is that you did not learn, that you're stuck in a cycle. You continue to date the same person over and over. You could get them in different skin color, different race, different, but it's the same person. It's the same personality that's coming back because it's something you keep choosing and keep attracting to yourself and keep keeping for yourself. So you have to go through it again and again to learn this lesson that you keep not learning. I said, shit, I could relate to that. I could relate to that. I'm not gonna argue if I feel pick me or not. That's not what we're here to do this morning. He already said he needs DNA for one of them. He never said nothing about the DNA for the other one. Them. Some tabloids are saying it's 2 women. Some are saying it's 3. Cardi makes 4. Me and Una not gonna argue about that. I know my vagina and I know my teely in a business, and it's not my belly either. I feel them think that. I'm just talking about the whole situation and how you end up, toxic into toxic into toxic into toxic. See, us as adults, right? When we're younger coming up, I understand you don't really have life figured out yet, and you're mostly led by emotions. So you're like, all this love I have to give, and the heart wants what it wants. But at some point, the brain has to kick in. But when is the brain going to actually kick in, right? So you spend a lot of time going through these relationships that kind of similar. They emulate your other relationship that you just came out of. Your last relationship, what happened? You got cheated on, right? Yep, you left. How many men have you been through in the last decade? How many women have you been through in the last decade? Man and woman, because I don't want the women to feel like I'm singling them out. And you can say, okay, I've been through 4 or I've been through 5. All right, why does this keep happening to you? Why does every one of them end the same way almost, and you end up in another one that you told yourself was better? You were renewed and ready to love again, and it ends the same way, and you repeated that cycle again and again and again. It comes some point where you're going to have to stop and say, oh shit, this has something to do with me. It has something to do with me. Some people would go as far as say, it's because I used to like dark-skinned men, so me no want no more dark-skinned men. Me I gonna date one light-skinned man, so maybe now this I go better. It's because I used to like black men, but me no want no more black man, or me no want no more black woman. Me I go white now, so it I go better. And the fact is, you keep taking up the same person with the same personality type, just different look and different race, but the same vibration that attracts you to that something that will always turn toxic. You haven't gotten rid of it yet. So here you go in your karmic circle, around and around and around and around and around and around, and it's repeat till you learn your lesson. The day when you learn your lesson is the day when you figure out what role you played in all of this and what you need to change in order for all this to stop and you to have actual change. But until you do, That's what you're going to be doing. You're just going to be going through the same cycle over and over. It don't have nothing to do with skin color, because spirit don't have nothing to do with skin color, like traits, mannerisms. You know, you have messed up, you have cheating, disrespectful, womanizing, lying, all that in every race of people. You're just attracted to that. Whatever the thing is that you're not figuring out yet, you know? So at the end of the day, though, a lot of the responsibility comes on us, but yeah, a lot of the responsibility comes on us. Back to breed with the wrong person and create some crosses picnic. Back to you living your life in crosses and then passing down your crosses to your children. And then the sins of you fall on your children and all kind of sitting like that. It's just a lot of stuff to think about. A lot of stuff to think about. Nan says we have to heal before we pursue or be pursued. Date yourself. There's so much that we can learn about ourselves. You know, Nan, that's so easy to say. That's so easy to say. Majority of adults, though, we know the truth. If you're in a one relationship right now and that relationship look rocky like it's about to end, you immediately start looking for somebody else. You don't have to come grandstand on social media for me, because me don't need no impressing and talk about not me. I normally formalize, and when I'm done, then I move on. No, it's a lie. It's a lie. Just study back your past and see how many times you did it. Study back your past and see how many times you did it. So it's when you finally actually really, I mean, that's easy to say, Nans, but it's hard to do for a lot of people. It's hard to do. You have to heal first. Yeah. Some people think healing means sitting over a hot bucket of water with some herbs in it and let the steam go up in the pum-pum, because she's steaming out our last man, getting ready for the new man. Like, I'm going to steam him out of my pum-pum, steam him out my system. Now I'm purified and I'm ready to go. That DNA is in you. So the healing process, that can take quite a long time. That healing process can take quite a long time. You know what I'm saying? But you're not ready to wait that long, though. Can you see something else what you want already still? But that's like I steam it out and tell myself, say, boy, us human beings are something else, you know. We tell ourselves all kind of something when we want something. Not true. God said to me, God never said nothing. Don't bring God in this, because God never said nothing. Anytime we want to do what we want to do, God said to do it. God sent her for me. God sent him for me. God is like, watch this one again. Look at my wayward child. Morning, Charlotte. Look for my wayward child. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo.
Good morning, family. How you doing?
Okay, I'm at work, but I had to call in.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when I first go on your StreamYard?
Mm-hmm.
I told you that I was going celibate.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say this to you real quick. Yeah. That's the same thing what Nance just said. What you just said to Nance.
Uh-huh.
I did that like 3 times, right?
Yeah.
And by listening to you, you remember you did a video on a narcissist.
Mm-hmm.
I listened to you carefully. You break it down so much that I told myself, so listen, I'm gonna stop doing this. And I'm gonna stay by myself for a while, but I said it's not forever.
Right.
Because I did it already, and I did it again, and I said, no, that's not me. I am not doing it again, but I'm just doing this for a while, because it's You let me realize I'm being with a narcissist, and I couldn't do it no more.
I let you realize that you were being with a narcissist?
Yes.
Let me ask you a question. Hold on, let me ask you a question. Did you see anything in there that might have told you that you yourself are a narcissist? Just yes or no? Just yes or no?
No.
Okay, no. All right. As expected. The next question is, it let you realize you were being with a narcissist. Did you discover anything about yourself that might jump out to you that says it was this about you that attracted a narcissist?
Well, I'm not gonna say no. Yeah, I would say yes, one or two things.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Well, you're starting to grow. You're starting to grow. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And one more thing you said, you have sexual transmitted disease, right? And you have sexual transmitted demons. And this arguing constantly and knowing that I wasn't a person that loved to, I'm not saying I don't argue, but this arguing constantly between me and him, and then I realized he was seeing two other persons, right? And I don't know who those persons is seeing, before they see him. And I don't know, but this thing that you said is transmitted demons.
So yeah. So not to cut you off, but anytime you're with a partner and your partner is being with other people, you are also being with those other people as well.
Yes.
Contention will come out of nowhere because this life we live in is not just physical, it is very much also spiritual. So there's a spiritual level of warfare going on in your relationship. And it's because sometimes your partner has invited in other spirits.
Exactly.
I mean? Yeah.
That's when you say that made me realize, oh shit. And I said, I'm just gonna chill out for a while and honestly, I made the following week when I walked away from him, I went to my GYN and I explained to my GYN. She said, you're not really scheduled to come in for the next 6 months, but I told her why, and I said, I want to do all the tests. She said, including the HIV. I said, yes, everything, because if I have anything I want to know.
Right.
And ever since that, when I get my result, I was good, clean, nothing. And I said, you know what? I'm going to stay clear. And this is almost going to 3 years now.
Right.
But yes, but not saying that I don't want to date again.
Right.
I just want to make sure I'm not going into that kind of person again.
In the meantime, you have to do the work on yourself. You know that, right?
Yes, yes. And I'm doing that.
Good.
Yes.
And may you find what is the best you have ever found, and it lasts a lifetime after this.
I'm hoping for that, and thank you.
Yeah.
Let me run back to work.
All right, big up yourself. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, that was a nice one. Seben TV said, Seben TV said, yeah, man, God sent them. Everything we want to do, we talk about God sent them for me, and God said to do this. And I was moved by the Spirit, and God said, Seben TV said, yeah, God sent until the relationship turned sideways. And then them start ball out about which part this devil you come from. I know God said no more. I see I wish part this devil you come from. Yeah, it's always God said and God said until it's no more. Lock it up, Carla, and focus on you. You got this, says Nance. What Jerome said, Flo, remember, a narcissist never admits that they are a narcissist. Absolutely not. Because me studying what that is, they absolutely cannot. It is actually a part of the diagnosis. Did y'all know that there are narcissistic traits and then there is full-blown narcissism? There's two different things. And a full-blown narcissist can absolutely not say that they are, because them can't see it. It's somebody who can never say they are wrong about anything, because to them, in their mind just does not work that way. You know, what I was reading, the therapist said, at times I even feel sorry for them, because I can't imagine not being able to say, I'm sorry, or damn, I was wrong, or it's my fault. Just not being able to say that. And because of that, it also affects them in ways where they are less empathetic. And actually, they have no empathy, less compassionate than others, and just a bag of things where you just don't want to pay you. So yeah, I have the video is out there on this channel. That to do that video, it actually took me a couple of weeks of going through like peer reviewed studies and reading up on. So I'm not just reading up some blogger or some random person words put to paper or something. I'm reading from behavioral experts who this is their specialty, right? And it was very eye-opening. It was very eye-opening. I think that's the same video. After that, I did the video that's called what's that word that it was trending for a while. I think every woman was calling their ex that name after for a while. And help me with that one here real quick. Is gaslighter? A gaslighter name or something? Yeah, like where it came. What is that the word? That's the word? I don't know. Narcissists are drawn to persons who are kind-hearted, compassionate, and willing to overlook flaws. Yes, Sam and Madeline. That's one of their things. That's one of their niche. They are. To people who are kind, to people who are willing to overlook their flaws and love them anyways, to people who are. But the thing about them is those are the same people that they damage, because they don't. You know, a regular person would be like, man, if you're willing to overlook all that and love me still or care about me still, this is somebody I should cherish or respect. The narcissism in them won't let them be that. They will destroy that kind of person. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
I think the word you're looking for is misogynistic.
No, it's gaslighting or gaslighter or something.
All right.
Yeah. All right. I think it's gaslighting. That's something. Is it gaslighting? It sounds so weird saying it, because it's not trending anymore, but it was trending the other day heavy. So I said I had to go back into the paperwork and go do some research and figure out what this is, what the origin of it is. So the video is on my channel here on YouTube. The origin of it, gaslighting, right, Nans? Gaslighting. Yes, where gaslighting came from, what it actually means to be a gaslighter and all that stuff. So you can look up that one on here on the channel as well. SouFLoTV, the definition of gaslighting and how to recognize a gaslighter, and also how to get away from one if you have one. So it's very interesting, very interesting. A gaslighter. Everybody was a gaslighter for a minute. Everyone are actors until the script for their casting finishes, says BM. Oh man, this life we live in. Let's talk briefly for a moment about Jayden Smith. Jayden Smith, the same teenager that's missing. You know, the teenager we just spoke about, Jayden is from the same parish, right? So things are going. Let's talk about him for a minute. I said last week that if one more week goes by, or if we hit 2 weeks and that child is missing still, then I'm going to come out and say exactly what I'm feeling. Now, I hope I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, and the day comes where he surfaces, I hope that the family is forgiving. Nobody have me up. Y'all the boy SouFlo, him did over there tell people say I kill him. I'm not gonna tell anybody say I kill him like say me know say I kill him. I just don't think Jayden is alive. I don't think he's alive. Yeah. I also think exactly what I thought from the beginning. I thought the police took too long to jump on this. So everybody had enough time to sit and corroborate a story. Y'all, if you ever get pulled over by a police and crime is suspected or anything go on, say, in a house and a domestic issue, and there are multiple people in the house, the first thing police do when they come, they separate everybody. That's the first thing they do. They separate everybody. They do that for a reason. They do that so no story is corroborated. Y'all are not going to be telling the same lie. And then they can ask this one over here, so tell me what happened. And this person says it was blue. And then ask the next person over here and them say, it was yellow. And then they can come back to you and say, well, how come you said it was blue, but she said it was yellow? Somebody is not being straight with the story. They missed that opportunity to do that by them 5 days there. So now it's going to be very hard to put together what exactly happened with Jayden Smith. It'll be very hard. Wherever that youth is, I hope that him can make it back home in one piece, but I don't think he's going to. Don't think he's going to. There's no 12-year-old that's going to run away for 2 weeks and disappear completely where nobody sees him. I also feel like at this point, if he ever surfaces, whatever adult has him, they should be charged. Whatever adult has him should be charged criminally at this point. Because, come on now, police are look for him, soldier are look for him, fire brigade are look for him, people are look for him. You have him? What you have him for? You should be charged criminally at this point. We're going to be glad that he shows up, if he shows up. But I hate to tell y'all that in my heart of hearts, I feel like ain't no showing up for him. There will be no showing up for him. I find it super weird that all this happened on the heels of that one incident with that little 3-4-year-old with the femur bone broke. And that makes it hard for me to rule out relatives' involvement in whatever else happened to him after that. Someone soon will come forward and tell the truth, says BM. I'll tell you what, BM. British Jamaican girl, big up yourself. Thanks for tuning in. You know what, BM? Someone will soon come forward and tell the truth. Don't expect it to come from the people who did something to him, though. We have to go hope that somebody else knows something and is willing to talk. Don't expect, listen what I said, don't expect it to come from those who did something to him. Because they're trying to hide and they're trying to not do prison time and they're trying to not look bad to the community and they're trying to... I honestly think that one person did it, stuff went bad, and then everybody else kind of rallied around and said, all right, it gone bad already. Jesus Christ, this is what we are going to do. Because we still don't want you go to prison back at this, but so we're going to do this, and the whole of life we're going to stick to that one story here. And that's what's been happening. That's what's been happening. Jayden is not here. He can't just exist and not be seen. Unless somebody lock him in a one house and him in there and them feed him in there, keep him in there, never come out. What 12-year-old are going to lock up in a one house for 2 weeks straight and never come out? Just in there, sit down because somebody will hide you. There's something sinister with this story. If something happened to Jayden, I believe it's similar to Donnelly's disposal, says Mistress B talks health and wellness with a twist. And you know what, Mistress B? I wouldn't put it past that either. But obviously, something wrong. Rizabella said, I've been saying this from the start. I believe that there's a cover-up in the community. Even the principal is involved. The principal words were weird to me. And I said that here. I said, how did he know that that was Jayden that they did see? Because a lot of we look alike, you know. And you could have been like, yo, me see SouFlo yesterday, a man to go beer. I mean, heal him, but he must never hear me. And I'm like, I was in Florida, USA, so I definitely never mean you see, you know? And for the fact that no other camera has picked him up anywhere else, nobody can come up with a little snippet of a video footage or a picture or just anything of him, it's weird. It's weird. Him just disappeared just so. One of my faculty members, them tell me, say them did see him and them call out to him and him run. But if me did have help of like the bigger guys, them around me would have hold him. So we're now supposed to see that what that did right there, it set a theory in motion now. That he's this wild runaway kid. You ever see rabbit in a bush? He's this wild runaway kid now that else him skittish. Every time you have to be careful, you know, because you call him, he might go run. That means him really hide from everybody because you see him, as you see him, he might take off and him gone. That's now set in motion. So people have stopped looking for him, really. People have just resigned now to, well, if I run where him want, run where, make him run where go on. It must come out. Because the little money where him run where with, because the auntie say him take away him little savings. The little money where him run where with, that soon run out. He must start starving, him need food. He must go somewhere to eat. Somebody must have to put him up him. Where is he sleeping? Him can't sleep in a treetop. Where is he sleeping? Why? Audrey says, I think the baby mother and her baby father did something to Jayden after they left the hospital. I watched her video again this morning. I don't know. A notification came across my phone, and I'm not on TikTok like that. I just basically, every now and then I might put a video over there, but I do share every video that I put up over there. No, I don't. Not on TikTok. Anyway, every now and then I pass through there. But it's connected to my phone, so I'm gonna say, so it might say this person you know when the phone says this person you know is on. So I'm gonna click that this morning, and it was her video again. And just going through the comments of everybody that is watching her video, not one person, I'm talking about thousands of comments are on that video now. Not one person said, "Me believe your girl." Not one person said, "She'll tell the truth, man." Every single comment was, "Nah, our vibe's off. Something about this don't sit right. Why she just said this, but me feel sad that, you know," and that's the same way I thought from day one too. Now, we are so afraid to be wrong, but after today, me now go afraid to be wrong. I'm just gonna hope that I'm not wrong. I'm just going to hope I'm not wrong, but I won't be afraid to be wrong anymore. I was afraid to be wrong before. I was saying to myself before, what if me wrong? What if me say so and then the picnic show up 2 days later? People are going to point over here and say, you see all the ones SouFlo over there, so with feeding platform and them kind of something near him spreading on this guy. I was afraid of that for the first couple of days. That's why I actually said, if this hit 2 weeks, I'm going to say what I've been wanting to say. And what I've been wanting to say is that kid is not alive. That's what I've been wanting to say. I don't think he's alive. And I think something was done to him. And it has something to do with his people. And they have formulated a storyline that is working for them right now. That's what I think it is. Now, again, I hope I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, I'll take the blow for being wrong. And I'll be happy as a pig in shit if he shows up. But I don't think he's showing up. I don't think he's showing up. Jay Robinson saying these times who really are gonna believe them Anansi's story. They kiss my teeth. Family hiding something. It just seems obvious to me. It just seems obvious to me. Poor Picnic. That's sad. You know, boy. And that's why some of us couldn't wait to be adults, eh? Some people couldn't wait to be adults because they had no childhood. It was a very unhappy childhood. A childhood full of, we just barely tolerate you because your mother left you here. It's not like you're wanted and you're loved and, you know, we want you here and take care of you and love you like we own all this. Some Picnic couldn't wait for grow up. Me couldn't wait for grow up because me didn't want them out of the pot. That's it. The beating them, me know some them that did not gonna stop. I know the beatings were gonna stop. But me grew up in an era where you get your ass bust if you do choppiness. And I used to do a lot of choppiness. But aside from that, I couldn't wait to grow up because I wanted to eat out of the pot myself. Because I used to hate going in the kitchen and them a cook. And I see them and them out of the pot and knock big spoon in them hand miggle and yes, man. No need nothing else. Back in the pot again, them gone with one whole chicken leg and me stand up. Wait till you're dinner already. You know? God, I thank God I didn't go through any of this. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
SouFLo, how are you doing?
I'm good, family. How are you doing?
Well, I'm not too bad, thank you.
All right. Talk to us, son. What's up?
I am seeing a kind of different thing. What I see with this little boy is just everybody's things come to them. You sit down and you think. And one of the things I'm seeing is like, was this boy's father supporting him financially? Because sometimes some men will take their children from the mother, not because the mother is a bad mother. Some mothers. But they don't want to pay child support to the mother. So when they bring that child to their mother will suffer with this child. And other siblings might give the mother things. And then the mother will give this child. So I hope whoever is listening, they don't think it's SouFLo saying this. But this is what came to my thought. Was this father really financially helping his mother with this child?
Well, I don't know if you're aware of the story, but he was living with his aunt, which is his father's twin sister. His father is a twin.
Oh, his father is a twin.
Right.
Okay.
And he was living with his mother before, but it is said that the conditions over there was pretty rough. So the mom wanted to give him up to them to raise. So the father took him once the sister found out that, or it was confirmed that her twin brother is the father. She said, okay, I'll take him and I'll raise him with my family. So that's how he ended up there with his aunt. So right. So it's not the father going to take him away from the mother and all that other stuff.
Yeah, but still, was the father helping his sister financially?
That is what was said. We don't know if it's true, but that's what was said. The family members are saying that the father was very much involved as well with him as with his sister.
Yeah, sometimes, people will say things, but
I know so.
Things sometimes don't look as how we see it, or people who are in it don't see it, but people who outside will be looking in at the cloud and could be seeing things. So I'm wondering if this sister had support, as Jayden was taking care of this baby while she was outside maybe washing, cooking dinner, and he was a babysitter. So he was tasked at keeping this baby safe. I'm just thinking.
Well, that's the story they're telling was not that they were busy. It was just that everybody is in the house in different rooms doing different things, just chilling at home. Them in the living room watching TV. He's in the bedroom with the little one. They're playing in there, watching tablet, jumping on bed, and accident happened. Yeah, so it wasn't like he was needed to watch the little one or it was his responsibility. That's what I got from it.
I will take that with just not knowing because we can't just say things because we don't know. But I will take it like that. But I still am saying no 12-year-old boy is not a 16-year-old or 17-year-old that can think rationally. He's young, so he won't think to buy food. He can't hide out long certain places, there's lots of questions and no answers. So
right.
I'm just trying to wrap my head around this,
Right.
Because I don't remember me being 12 having the wherewithal to go buy my food. So I'm just thinking, as a person who is much more mature than this little baby, I'm just thinking.
Right. All of us. We're just trying to wrap our heads around what might have happened to him,
This is crazy, though.
Yeah.
Hope that he's not dead. Hope that, maybe somebody playing some trick and take him and, just running a prank or I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. All right, caller. I appreciate you.
So thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too now.
Yes, okay. Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she was going along the lines of the father didn't want to pay child support, so I'm going to take the picnic from the mother, not because she's bad, but just because he didn't want to pay child support. That won't happen, not in Jamaica. Not in Jamaica, because child support ain't even reinforced like that in Jamaica. Not like in the U.S., child support is reinforced, especially, I could speak for Florida, child support is reinforced to the degree of your wages getting garnished, you going to jail, and all that. And that's how I work in Jamaica. So I don't think that's the storyline. I see Rizabella say, let's put another spin on it. If you know that if you get anything less than an A, your ass will feel the pain. Then you will excel in everything out of fear of what would happen if you don't. So what you ask, Isabella, is them bragging about he's a straight A student. It could be that he's a straight A student because he is under stress to be a straight A student. Anything is possible at this point. Lulu says everyone is under suspicion. People don't just disappear. And the situation, I seen somebody put up the best comment all morning. Somebody said the bottom line is if the baby foot didn't break, if the baby leg didn't break, the baby's femur didn't break, Jayden would still be around. So put it in a short sentence and then take everything from that as you will. He was good all the way up until that incident happened. If that incident had not happened, he would still be around. That's powerful. That's something to look at. So what transpired pertaining to that? Because it have to be pertaining to that. That led to him no longer being able to be found. Because them can't find him. They can't find him. That's crazy. That's crazy. You know what? We're going to leave that one right there, and we're going to talk about our last topic for this morning. You always draw me out, I so love being with this audience because, listen, this morning was supposed to be the day off. And then I just couldn't do it. And then I said, okay, I'm coming on for 1 hour. And then we're going to end the live. And then here I am, 11:04. Still going. Rotted. We can look in the camera all we want to answer. Jayden, if you're seeing this, like his auntie, is that his auntie or his cousin, the mother of the baby who got the femur broke? Jayden, if you're seeing this, I did that already. I said, and I felt creepy while I was doing it because my spirit was telling me that Jayden can't see this. He will never see this. Jayden, if you're seeing this, go home. But Jayden must know why him no want to go home. But I don't think Jayden can go home. God no. Patricia, love you and appreciate you too. Nans, appreciate you greatly, family. Love you too. Audrey said Jayden is not okay. Lulu saying, "No many times, me make a quick phone call." That's Jamaican people for you. Caribbean people be like that. All of them. They be like, "Yeah, just give me a minute. Then let me explain something to you. I only gonna take a minute." How many times have we all seen that here? I know you're busy, SouFlo. I know you're not on this topic, but just give me a minute, 1 minute, and I'm gonna say something to you. We over here like 5 minutes later, 10 minutes later. Yeah, I think that's something that we all do. Jerome sent me a video yesterday. Not a video, but Jerome sent me a topic yesterday, which, if you look at the icon for this video this morning, you saw the two guns. Those two guns are two water guns. One of those water guns looks like a water gun, like one of the super squirter. The other one is a gun that looks like a real gun, but it also is a water gun. Now, I saw this conversation going around since Jerome told me if I talk about it because he wants to hear my extended view of it. So, of course, I went and put some stuff on screen just so we can have proper guidance. All right. Now, hear this. In Jamaica, possessing a toy gun is as serious an offense under the Firearms Prohibition, Restriction and Regulation Act of 2022. That's the name of the act. Carrying a penalty of up to 15 years in prison, the same as for a real firearm. This broad legislation defines imitation firearms, including toys and prop guns as well as having the appearance of a firearm, and its scope has sparked debate among legal professionals and the public regarding the harshness of the penalties and its implications for the creative industry. The creative industry, we're talking about plays. We're talking about people who do movies and short films and all these things. You know, they're going to want a prop gun for putting at a part there and something like that. So, by broad definition of imitation firearm, the law does not require the toy gun in Jamaica to be capable of firing a projectile at all. If it looks like a firearm, it can be classified as an imitation firearm, and therefore having it in your possession can actually get you up to 15 years in prison. Same penalties for real firearms. The possession of such an imitation firearm carries the same potential punishment as possessing a real firearm. Mandatory 15-year sentence. While there is no mandatory minimum sentence mentioned, the offenders can face up to 15 years in prison if this is found in your possession. Now, here are the concerns and controversy. And so the impact on the creative industry is one of the main concerns. Lawyers and artists are concerned that the law could unfairly penalize filmmakers in particular, theater producers in particular, and other creative minds who use prop guns in their work. And then there's a lack of judicial discretion. Critics argue that the law removes a crucial distinction between real weapon and harmless imitation guns or weapons, making it impossible for the judge to consider the context of the use of it. Because the law, there's a part in it where it says it doesn't matter if it can fire a projectile or not. If it looks like a firearm, an actual firearm, you can be charged with it being an actual firearm. Well, some fear that the law could be used to target citizens without proper discretion and may even facilitate corruption. The key piece here is that the possession of a toy gun in Jamaica, whether it be a water gun, because they're making the water guns them now to look like regular gun replicas, whether it be a water gun or just a regular toy gun that, you know, it might make a sound, pop, 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 but it don't really fire anything. All those can get you, in Jamaica, those can get you locked up for 15 years or more as if you had a regular gun. Here's my take on that. Jerome 71, no my take. This is how we're going out this morning. My take on that is this. I agree with it. I agree with it. And I know a lot of people are going to cuss me, but I agree with it. Being a creative myself, I would want to have a replica to use in a film if I'm going to use it, and that's the storyline, it requires that. But those prop guns need to be kept in a place where they are transported in a certain manner, they are used in a certain way, and then they are put back in that certain place where, like, there was a time when he's in prison right now doing 10 years for shooting Megan Thee Stallion. Tory Lanez. There was a time when Tory Lanez was doing a video shoot, right? And they needed AK-47s for the video shoot. Now, this is Miami. We down here in Florida, everybody have big guns around here. So if you're gonna do one video, you probably run for one of your real gun them and then say it's a prop gun in the video. But he was trying to do things the right way. Of course, dealing with a professional company and being on a major record label at the time, which he isn't anymore. So they went to go pick up a board box full of AK-47s. So everybody was going to have an AK-47 on set. These are props, but they got pulled over. And they got pulled over, and it was like Tory Lanez caught with 7 AK-47s and blah, blah, blah. And everybody was like, damn, he transporting guns, because who the hell ride around with 7 AK-47? They caught him trying to make a drop or something. And then, of course, the next day, he was out. And people were like, how the hell you get caught with 7 AK-47s and you just get let go like that? And you got them out in the streets and blah, blah, blah. The answer was they were prop guns. And when they picked them up from a place where those prop guns are stored. This is actually a company who rents prop guns and other things to be used on video sets. So it should be regulated just as much. I don't know if you ever get robbed before, but me get robbed a long time ago one time, and me no need to get robbed ever again. And it did something to me that it's hard to explain. You know, you're never the same after that. When somebody runs upon you and puts a gun to your head and tell you, like, run your pockets, empty out everything, give me everything. And I thought the person that was robbing me I actually thought it was my brethren, because I was in his neighborhood. I was in his community. And I turned around, I was like, Shane, stop playing. And I did like this. And I looked right into the barrel of this big dirty 357. And then me turn around, and me knowing what the hell a 357 could do, the rest of the time I was like, I'm not moving. And the person was like, take off all your jewelry and shit. And I was like, nah, you take it off. My fans tried to talk, you know. And I'm like, nah, you take it off. Because if I move, you might shoot me. Because when me turn around like this, the brother that was holding the gun, him start shake. and his finger was in the trigger well, and he was shaking like this, like he must shake hard. So I was like, nah, me not move, because I don't want to move like this to take off my chain and him go shoot me things and me I try to do something to him. It's an experience you never forget. That could have been a prop gun. And probably that's why he was shaking so hard. Like, this motherfucker had the nerve to turn around and look at it. What if he realized and he turned around, we start fighting? Me not know. But I don't want to see no prop gun. I don't want to see no fake gun. I don't want to see nobody walking around with no gun that look like no real gun. Every gun I see is a real gun to me. So I'm going to assume that you might use that against me if, you know, wherever. So I agree with... Plus, why would you as a grown-ass person be walking around with a fake gun? What's the purpose of an adult walking around with a fake gun? The only thing I could think of is you're going to use it for intimidate somebody and rob somebody and then act like it's a real gun. Because me not carry no fake gun. Do you know how much problems a gun brings to you? Like, you have a gun and everybody else see it. The kind of issues that come with it after. The next man will have one real gun. He might want, he might want to challenge you to a shootout. Next thing, him fire after you and you duck and you can't shoot back because you have fake gun. Whereas if you didn't have that thing, him wouldn't think that him could attack you on or challenge you. So why would a well-thinking adult want anything to do with a fake gun unless you have ulterior motives that are not good with it? Mash up the whole of them, man. Get rid of the whole of them. And like, I believe it was Murray that said yesterday that they're penalizing the people. Like, them one carry go to prison for having a fake gun, but they're not penalizing the people who are shipping them into the country and selling them. There's nothing in Jamaica that says these are outlawed, these are banned. No store can sell these. So, you know, you got Mr. Chin store and him big container just come in from China and him have 1 million of them and him distribute them all over Jamaica and everybody will sell them and Christmas will come and picnic and get toys and yeah, me I go buy like a Roger the fake gun. Him like the Uzi or him like the AK or him like the this or the that. And now all we picnic them running around with these guns. And they're fake. And him already collect his money and there is no penalty for him selling it to you and collecting his money or shipping them into the country to make a profit off of them. Only problem is when you get caught with it. Ban them shits right across the board. Ban them right across the board. Jamaican government shouldn't have this on the books if they're talking about fake guns and there is not a ban in place for them. If they put a ban in place for them now, may I agree 100% with them. But as an adult, why you want a fake gun? What fake gun can do for you? Jerome said, so we can send our kids to Grand Market and now they've gone to prison for water gun. 15 years. Well, this is where parenting comes in. This is where parenting comes in. Because I look at my son and I tell my son, say, you live in a country where, remember I know, Jerome, every country in the world have different rules. You know? Every country in the world have different rules. Some places in the world, you build up a spliff and think, oh, I'm just going to burn a little thing. And next thing you know, you're on death row or you're doing life in prison. Understand? Every country in the world have them different rules that you learn to abide by. So you have to go tell your children, don't touch nothing that look like a gun. Plastic gun, iron gun, water gun, gun we shoot blank. Remember I little gun them when we used to have, we used to put the little sulfur something in it and it would clap like a firecracker. You not touch none of them. That's it. Now if your child don't listen to you and end up over there, so then you have to go fight it out in court with them. The good thing about this is there is no mandatory minimum or no mandatory. So they won't just automatically catch you with a fake gun and you automatically get 15 years. It's still going to be a process of a fight, right? Your Honor, It was a 9-year-old. His dad didn't know the law, and he bought him the gun. We buy it right over there, so from Mr. Chin toy store. A lot of other kids in the community had them too. Them boy picnic, them did a run around and play karachi and a power for each other. That's it. He shouldn't be going to prison for 15 years, but it would be a lesson learned. It would be a lesson learned, right? I never thought my son toy guns, and I never bought my son toy guns and didn't accept of that sort either. You shouldn't. Live on the air with SouFlo, good morning.
Hey, Flo, how are you?
Good day, my brother. What going?
So you're saying that me can't take a dance and use my finger and bust blank again?
Well, them don't have no law against that, so you're still safe.
But me imitate that.
Yeah, imitate, but your finger don't look like gun. It look like your finger.
Okay.
Yeah.
But me still remember say you have adults still go pool parties with their water gun and so on.
Don't do it. Now, here's the thing. They're talking about the water gun them will look like replicas of real gun, Jerome. That's why I put the two gun them on the icon for this video this morning, because it is a very stark distinction. You can look at it and see that one is a water gun super soaker and the other one is, I don't know, look very much like a real gun.
So my question, gone are the days when you used to just dirty and throw a gun. They can throw a safe gun or a boat gun for you now. And so that's what they do.
Yeah, but that's always been that. That's another reason why we need to be like, don't bring them gun there around here. Jamaica is a place where we have too much gun violence already. So as a parent, if I'm raising my children in Jamaica, I'm not going to buy me picnic them no gun replica, no replica of no gun. You see how much people dead at Jamaica every year from gun? Me not even want my picnic them look for one tie gun, much less. And every parent should be thinking the same thing. You know, in the United States of America here, police officers have killed young people because them come around the corner, cruising the block, doing their beat, and saw a young man with a gun out and shoot him up, only to realize it was a toy gun. A replica toy gun.
I've been seeing a lot of videos on social media where sellers are throwing up their toy, the water guns. But shouldn't the police go in the Chinaman store who sell those lighters with cheap light gun and get them out too?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That is exactly what they need to be doing. If you have on the books where any of us can go prison for having one of these, then they should be banned in the country altogether. They shouldn't be able to just go to, we shouldn't be able to just go to any store and just buy one.
As Mr. Big Up, this has nothing to do with us this morning. Why you're going over 12 o'clock?
I don't know.
But should we look forward to see you tomorrow?
I don't know. I'll tell you 6 o'clock in the morning. I really manners and respect. All right. That was Jerome's topic for this morning. Now, if there's anything else that y'all ever want us to talk about here, you can do the same thing. You either leave it in the comment section after the video goes through, or say it in this comment section right here. I appreciate each and every one of you greatly. I'm pretty sure I didn't skip anything this morning. That's that. All right. Have a wonderful day. Like my granny Miss Ruby said, be good. If you can't be good, be careful, but it's best to be good. And like my grandfather Mas Clevey said, right, so I will see you tomorrow if God spare my life. All right, knowing that we're not in control, but God is. Walk with God, and I'll see you tomorrow if God spare life. I'm out. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace.